Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Realm. We're back from Fan Festival, and while there is a new patch to talk about, it is not the thing on everyone's mind, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but in this episode of State of the Realm we will be exclusively talking about Fan Festival. There will be no talk about patch 7.5 at all, and that's especially important because our guests have not played it yet, so we do not want to spoil them, so please respect that. It is very important. I'm one of your hosts, Mrhappy, and of course joining me is Sly. How you doing, Sly? You get home okay?
The travel home was a little bit terrible. Both my flights got delayed, so I got home around 3 a.m. I was supposed to get home around 1.
I mean, 1's not any better, but at 3's worse.
Yeah, 3 is a little bit worse, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You're good?
I'm hype and, hype for everything.
Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah. And because we just got back from FanFest, we got to see a lot of people. There's 2 people I barely got to see, so I figured I should definitely bring them on State of the Realm so I could get to see their faces for more than the 5 minutes I was unfortunately only afforded during the entirety of FanFest. We have Garret and Kyle. I feel like you both have to be introduced at the same time. I feel like I can't pick one and then introduce you one at a time. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, we just start talking, exactly.
Fine, just pick your favorite. Pick your favorite.
Just go for it.
No, I go alphabet. I mean, Garret and Kyle is because it's alphabetical, I'm assuming, right?
Sure.
I think it's written that way because I tend to write things, and I'm at least 20% narcissist. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably it. I don't know, because honestly, I think both sound pretty good. Because we invert it sometimes, and it never really strikes me as odd.
No, it's not right.
No.
Yeah.
You
have me
Sounds
on
fine
the,
to me.
Oh, you even have me on the right. Yeah, exactly. English, we got the left to right kind of thing. So it's just how the brain works. I'm on the right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's it. The brand's ruined. If you're on the left, it just doesn't work.
People freak out. Like they really are like, this isn't
We
right.
Next time I'm putting you on the left.
We switched it for our Expedition 33 review because of the room that we recorded it in, and your super dark hair, Kyle, and a couple people freaked out about it. Yeah, that's it.
I
That's the
won't
only time I
judge
can
you two.
remember it.
That's the limiting factor. Yes,
I'm going to switch you two next time you're on the show. Now that I know this.
Let's do it.
As long as our hair looks good, then we're okay.
Don't switch our names because like 7 people at FanFest thought I was Kyle, and I want to keep this confusion going.
You just say yes. You keep going. It's fine.
I mean, it's Garret and Kyle. You're one entity as two, so technically you're both both of you.
The best one recently was we did a stream with Jesse and Joe Cat right before FanFest, and I think it was Jesse thought I was the one with kids, which was hilarious.
Our backstories got confused. Yeah,
I've known Jesse for years now, and this whole time he thought I had 3 kids.
Maybe one day, I don't know.
Possibly.
Just go take a picture with 3 kids and be like, that's close enough.
Triplet, speed run it. Go.
Get a picture of Kyle's kids and really throw them off and like DM it to him like on vacation with my family.
We've swapped our faces onto each other's bodies before. I think we can just send me a beach photo, Kyle. Send me a beach photo.
Exactly.
Let's really mess. The next time Jesse brings it up, let's be like, no, Garrett's the one with 3 kids. What are you talking about?
There we go.
My God, that's so rude. I can't believe you don't remember. Yeah.
That's got to be great.
Yeah, I'm really sad we didn't get to hang out more. It was a whirlwind. It was a hell of a fan fest because we did go to the last one, but we were not up to date for FanFest 2023. We had just finished Shadowbringers, so I remember watching the opening keynote from the hotel room because Kyle and I agreed. We're like, well, we want to know what the next expansion is, but if they start to talk about the events of Endwalker, we need to just be able to like just shut that shit down like immediately. And it ended up being fine. They didn't say jack about Endwalker, but then we went to the con and they had that Endwalker panel, and literally before it, they were like, hey, if you haven't played Endwalker, you should probably leave. And so we left and we went and took naps. It was wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I guess they didn't do a story panel this year, did they? It was straight to dev.
No, they didn't. No, the kind of like deep dive into things that they worked on in Dawn Trail was really more like the lyric panel because they talked a lot about writing songs for Dawn Trail and that. But I mean,
and BDSM. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
Yes.
The extensive research, yeah.
The BDSM panel.
I understand, like I worry for like Diablo developers. I'm like, do they have to look at, piles of meat all day? Like, are they okay over there? You know, you gotta do your dramaturgy, but
Sorry, they've got catering. They'll be all right. They'll be okay. Well, I didn't think that was that funny, but welcome in. It's good to have you both on the show. I think the last time was like a year ago. At this point, we had you on.
It's been a minute. Yeah, I believe you were waiting for us to finally be done with Walker, and now here we are back, and you can't talk about the latest patch because we haven't played it yet.
Yeah, there seems to be a running trend here with you two just being a little behind.
it's all part of the plan. Although we did talk to you about Savage. I remember that. We started up that journey.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah, well, don't worry. You'll have it. No, I haven't done 7.5's MSQ either, so I couldn't spoil you. I skipped it to do the trial.
Oh my god!
And I'm doing it this weekend. Listen, I wanted to get into Extreme immediately and get it going.
Isn't that how you always do it? That shouldn't be a surprise to anyone.
Sometimes I don't. 7.3, 7.4, I actually didn't skip. 7.5, I grew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The only thing I've heard is that the going theory is that's Ben Starr as the boss's voice.
I don't think it is, but I still like calling him Benuo.
We got so much critical misinformation about voice acting and also singers while we were originally going through the MSQ that at this point, when I see anything out of the community, I just wholesale don't believe it.
That's for the
Take it with
better.
a grain of salt, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for the better. That's probably going to be even more important coming over the next several months. I think so. Well, with that, I think we are ready to start. So shout out to our patrons real quick for supporting the show. We don't have anything locked behind like any sort of paywall on Patreon, but we still have people who support over there. So we appreciate y'all if you're supporting State of the Realm on Patreon. Now, that being said, before we get into the specifics, how is everyone's FanFest?
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome. Busy. Loud. Sweaty.
Sweaty. I guess you said your meet and greet was sweaty because I thought it was pretty well ventilated.
It was pretty decent, but there's a lot of running around. So, and I thought it would be really smart to wear a leather jacket. So,
yeah, you made a terrible mistake.
little bit on me.
I mean, it did get cool in the evenings and mornings, honestly. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that cool, but it got really, really cool. But when it was hot, it was fucking hot.
It was like 80. Wasn't that bad?
It was an upgrade from Vegas by a country.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. In terms of vibes and weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was chilling.
I mean, the first FanFest is Kyle and I got to like experience as much as we wanted. We still missed a decent amount of panels because we were like absolutely determined to get a video out the first day. So we like watched the opening keynote and then just like ran. We just like ran to go do a video about the trailer and got that up. So Kyle, you got to see a decent amount of day one. I stayed editing, and then when the longer dev panel later in the day was done, you came and tapped me out. And instead of going and seeing a panel, I went and got my photo with the primals. And that was my day one, which means it was a really good day one, honestly. I mean, opening keynote into somehow actually being productive and getting a video out and then getting to meet the primals was pretty freaking sick.
Yeah. Now I know Kyle's day one. I saw Kyle on day two for longer than I saw you, Garrett, because I quickly organized after I ate. Like, we're here. We're by the tall Asians here, by the tall ancients. And then I realized that Kyle is super tall, incredibly tall, and I was like,
not as tall as the ancients, mind you. They were on stilts, so
pretty
I
close.
didn't have it on that.
I'm not gonna lie. It felt that way as a 5.8 according to my licensed short king. It felt that way. I'm not gonna lie.
We were happy you were doing well because I think we both came by. I know we came by your happy line, and you had done it in the direct sun. So we were like, oh God, he's gonna dehydrate out there. Hope he's doing all right.
I was fine. I had a supply drop. Some water, some beef jerky, and some mixed nuts, and then I didn't do much else while I was there. I didn't once step foot into the activity section the entire time. I basically went panel, don't remember, then record, then out to then press conference, then dinner, then sleep, then next day I stood in front of the convention hall for 4 hours and then sat for 5 hours to get my primal seats.
Sounds about right.
Jeez.
I mean, you missed out on some weird stuff over there, but nothing, important for reporting. Honestly, like the most exciting part was just getting to tell people what the crowd's reaction was, because I had the de-esser and the noise gate so high for people at home that like that crowd was active. Holy crap. They were just murmur. Oh, completely impressed a second later, then right back to just, murmur.
Yeah, because you couldn't, I don't know if you two have like super hearing, but I couldn't understand a word of the trailer when it was shown in the actual auditorium.
No. God, no.
As soon as the end keynote was done, before we went to go record our video about the trailer, we pulled the stream back up and watched the trailer so we could actually hear the damn words. And like within seconds, both Kyle and I were like, where's the crowd sound? Because the crowd was so rowdy. It was so like animated. And you couldn't, none of that came across on the stream. I didn't look at chat because I figured it would just make me mad. But I have to imagine if you're watching from home, you're just like, oh, this is awkward. This isn't really landing. It was like absolute electric. There was so much like in unison cheering. And like Kyle said, the murmuring was really fascinating. It's not something I'm used to. I've been to a lot of BlizzCons. I've only been to one other FanFest. But like, because that opening keynote, I mean, yes, the trailer was like what they led with, that the new expansions, like what we were all kind of waiting on bated breath to see. But then they were just like, and system update, followed by system update, followed by system update, followed by system update. It like got really technical, and every single time they announced a new like game feature or game feature update, you just heard everyone just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, I've never heard that at a con. It was sick.
Yeah, the crowd was. I'll get to talking about the audio in a bit because I have my own experience with it. Trust me. Sly, I didn't even get to see you very much. I ran into Sly randomly on day 0. And then briefly at like 1 or 2 other points. Like while we were like waiting to sit down, we like ran into like Frosty and a few other people. And that was it. And then we were just like this, like the rest of the the weekend. We had our own
pretty
plans.
much. I mean, we saw each other for the press conference as well. And then like I think I saw you maybe once day 2, like near the end of day 2. Yeah, because we were out, but we were like maybe like an hour by
before
the
concert. Yeah, by the entrance.
Yeah, by the entrance. Yeah, I was just there making myself known for people. If they want to say hi, I didn't have like a line. I was like, hey, I'm here. If you want to say hi, I'm here. If not, cool. I'll be here until the concert starts. So that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah. So, and then I know you were just asking people if they needed bevs.
Yeah.
My man brought a full mini bar. He always brings a full mini bar. Checks the whole goddamn thing. Bourbon.
Oh, it got bigger
down the line.
It got bigger. Like, yeah, friends bought more. Friends brought me more. They're like, Sly, here. And yeah, like the bar got bigger than I. Yeah.
Can't do it.
I was so bummed I couldn't make it over. I told this story on stream the other day, but when we met a media tour, like I remember walking up to the group waiting for the bus, and Sly, I think you were already like mid conversation with someone about all of the whiskey that you brought, and I didn't know you yet. I hadn't met you, but I remember thinking in my head, damn, how do I get an invite to this dude's room? And then I didn't say like even 2 more words to you for the rest of the media tour because I think we were like opposite corners of the room. We just didn't bump into each other. And I remember being like, damn, Sly seems cool. I want to hang with Sly. And then you invited me twice this trip and I wasn't able to make it. So like squandered my desire of drinking with you.
I'm surprised you didn't catch him in the lobby. When I went back one night, he was in the lobby. His shoes kicked off with just bottles and glasses lined up, waiting for people to come back.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yep. Well, were you at your hotel lobby, Sly?
No, just in the room.
No, in the lobby, in the hotel lobby. You did it too, yeah.
For media tour, yeah.
For media tour.
For media tour. Oh,
yeah, it's for media tour.
No,
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't catch him then, because no. Oh. I wouldn't have been surprised if you had done it at your hotel lobby too, Sly. But I don't know. I don't know Anaheim's rules on that. Yeah.
Don't know how I missed that, but it's a shame. Yeah, for sure. But
it was good times. So, okay, everyone had a good FanFest. That's good. Real quick, I want to comment on the general FanFest itself in just a couple of ways. One, some of the issues that they had in 2023 that I wasn't present for seemed to be in a lot of ways better. I've watched security yell at very many people for taking one step too far in the wrong direction. A lot of times. I watched one guy just go full normal speaking voice to like 150% in one step. Like, please step to the side. Please step to the side! It's just like, all right, they're serious this time. Got it. I watched floor staff helping people who needed wheelchair access by removing seats in the actual designated sitting section so that people with wheelchairs could be out of the aisle. I saw them going around doing that. It happened around me a handful of times too. So they were attentive to that and very good at getting people out of the aisles when they weren't supposed to be. That just leaves the stage crew that, man, I don't know what they were doing. You mentioned the audio of the audience not being captured. I don't think anyone on stage could hear each other.
Oh, really?
I did my entire game show. I didn't understand a single word anyone but Jesse said because he was sitting right next to me. Because we didn't have earpieces, so we just had to listen to the audio system. But the audio system was only going out to the crowd and not going on stage. So I didn't hear a single word Aya said in terms of the rules. I just kept reading the screens in front of me to try to figure out what was going on.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's rough.
Which is why I didn't know the rules to anything.
God, yeah, because I guess you were a little spaced out. Yeah, so if you weren't by each other, you couldn't hear each other. That is a shame. I mean, clearly they had it sorted out for Yoshi P and Koji.
I think they were improvising. I think they just rehearsed it enough and they knew. I don't think they could hear each other.
That does explain the one time when they're doing the what, and I thought they were doing a joke. The what? The what? The what?
No, that is a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this time it actually wasn't a bit.
That's tough. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to like vamp off each other. That'd be tough.
That's why I only interacted with Jesse the whole time. I didn't interact with him because I could hear him because he was right there and he was talking in my direction.
Oh, I just assumed y'all had beef with each other. Damn.
I mean, he did knock my ice cream over after he lost, but yeah, I just was like, they were like, oh, make ice cream. And I was like, all I understood was make ice cream. I don't know what else they said. So I'm just going to see how tall I can stack it. And then I saw that it was a replication challenge. And then I saw Joy's. And then I saw that I won. And I was like, that's nonsense.
You were locked in, though.
You got the fan vote, right? You got the fan vote.
I got the fan vote. That's all that mattered. I stacked the crowd. That was all I wanted.
I mean, looking at your determination up there, you earned it, like you were going.
I was just thinking, because he does the scene where he eats it in one bite. So I was like, well, if it's based on Graha, then, maybe I just need to make it really tall. But what's all this other stuff for?
God.
I completely forgot about anything else.
I'm pulling you up right now because I'm like, I don't remember seeing he seemed kind of close. No, there is 2 chairs worth of space between each of you.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
Yeah. It was tough. I couldn't hear Joy I don't think they were talking much because I think we were all trying to like figure out what was being said. So we were all just like a little quiet. It still went okay, thankfully, but I know Jesse and I would have been yapping the whole show if we could fully understand everything and know when we could talk and everything. So I think that's the only real problem was audio and stage issues. Even during the Primals concert, I couldn't even hear the words that were coming out of the microphone. If they didn't put them on the screen, I would know. I wouldn't be able to hear like Jason or anyone. I really couldn't hear that.
That's a lot of concerts. It just comes down to mixing. And I mean, that's just like a big, long room. The echo is kind of nuts in there. Because I could hear the keynotes the keynote speaking just fine, but like the trailer, like you said, the trailer was bad. I thought Iron Mouse was really well mixed for the Iron Mouse performance. That sounded really good in that hall.
I heard on stream they upped the pitch, and it was kind of not great. That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
On stream, that she was just had her pitch turned up too high. Or at least I think that's what. Yeah, I think it was on. It might have been on. It might have been the stage if people said that, but that could have been where they were sitting. I'm trying to remember.
No, it was the stage. It was live.
The stage,
live. We could hear that. It was a little bit chipmunky.
Okay. It had good clarity compared to a lot of the other musical stuff. The piano concert was really good too, but that's pretty stripped down. You only have a couple elements until Soken shows up with the automaton.
And people aren't screaming in the crowd the whole time generally during a piano concert. Outside of maybe one particular song.
Well, and then we heard a bunch of stories about the glam contest, which from the outside was just kind of fast and a little weird, and we just thought everyone was nervous, but apparently there was a lot of pressure put on everybody, and if you didn't kind of make your space and say, no, I'm going to take my 20 seconds, you were getting rushed by the ushers.
Yeah, from my understanding, the previous thing ran late, so they tried to compensate with that, like in terms of like whatever their schedule was. I don't know. That's what somebody else told me. Someone who was like on the walk.
It feels weird that, under normal, like in past FanFest, there was a lot more programming, and it didn't feel as tight as this, where it's like less programming, but like it was just back to back to back, and I think they just had to get ready for the next thing and kind of get ready for the next thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed that the actual stage was the only place that there's the actual attendees and their experience, like getting into the hall and security. All that was good. That was just like the stage events were all a little miffed, I suppose.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was quite a good conference. I've been to a lot of game cons. I thought this was very good. It was way better than Vegas, in my opinion. Talked to a couple of our friends who had ADA access. They seemed very happy. I also got to see them a decent amount because the ADA entrance was shared with media, so I kept bumping into them. And also just California versus Vegas. I think it's more pleasant. Like there's food nearby. Like there's nothing.
Oh, they had all the food trucks just lined up.
Lined up right there.
Yeah, and like half a block in both directions, you have a whole mall with a ton of restaurants. You've got a bunch of restaurants just around the corner from the convention center itself. You've got all the hotels with the restaurants. If you didn't go to the one hotel that was still like a half a mile walk from the Vegas conference, there was just no food. There was nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Vegas is like that, unfortunately. You can drink in the hall for the most part, but everything else is a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
And I really like that the local businesses got involved, and they gave like discounts for con goers and everything. If you had your badge, like you got like certain % discount on such and such at the nearby mall and whatnot. That was good.
I didn't even know that.
Nothing to do.
I didn't even go over there, so I didn't know that.
Oh, it's good to know.
Yeah. I don't know if that could just be Anaheim. Anaheim might be. I mean, that's literally Disneyland area, so the local businesses probably do pretty well most of the time, I imagine, as long as they're somewhat decent places. So they might just be used to a lot of conferences and stuff, and they want to bring that business in, and they're all competing with each other to boot. So they want to get as many feet in the door as they can, all of them. That's good. It was good. I ended up going like 10 to 15 minutes for every restaurant I went to. I like left Anaheim for every place I ate. We went to like K-Town like twice, I think, at some point, which is that's
a proper you're basically going back to LA for K-Town.
No, it's like 10. No, there's a K-Town that's like 10 to 15 minutes away I think it's in Irvine. Yeah.
Oh, you went south instead of north. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Garden Grove.
K-Town in Southern SoCal. I think of Los Angeles, but
oh no, if I'm going to Los Angeles, K-Town, I ain't coming back. I'm gonna be there for a while.
That's a trip. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Garden Grove's not very far. Yeah, it was like 10-minute drive. I had to drive past the Del Taco Big Fat Taco sign every time, and I couldn't help but feel like they did this on purpose.
Like 3 miles away, pretty close to where the Jollibee was. There's a really good izakaya that we did. What ended up being a bigger dinner than we planned on the night before. Bunch of folks.
Yo, there was an izakaya?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, Sly's like, missed it.
It was freaking sick.
Yeah, they did not have a discount. No.
It was funny too because we
that's
went
fine.
Past the
that's
Uber
fine.
And we saw the Jollibee and we saw the line of people like leading around around the entire building and out and spilling out into the street was how long the line was. And we get to the izakaya and we just walk right in and get a table. It was wonderful.
That reminds me of when I was in Japan. That always pisses me off. I was in Shinjuku in like their biggest hotel in Shinjuku. And they had 3 buffets, American, Japanese, and mixed. And the American buffet had like an hour-long wait. And I just walked into the Japanese one. And I was like, why did you all even come to Japan to get in the American buffet line? What are you doing? At least get in the mixed one. And the mixed one had like a 10-minute line.
Why would you be mad about that? You don't have to wait in the line.
Let the suckers wait. That all these people flew across the Pacific Ocean to eat at the American buffet in the Shinjuku.
Now they're comfort.
You know what the biggest difference is? At the American buffet, they just cook the eggs too much because Americans are afraid of runny eggs.
Kyle, you got the sign?
Wait, hang on. It's slightly a distance.
Kyle has a prop for this exact moment because this has been happening a lot.
Oh, God.
This has been happening a lot because I went to Japan for the first time last year.
When I was in Japan.
So whenever I get off on my Japan bullshit, Kyle grabs that sign.
When I was in Japan. It's funny because it's a whiteboard. He could delete it when he could erase it whenever he wants, but he just leaves it.
Yeah, well, that just tells you how many stories I have from Japan and how much I want to share about my visit.
It's meant to be more fluid, but it just keeps happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's
we
weird.
can keep it going because I had a similar complaint, but I had no option. I went to Disney in Japan, and it was a bunch of like really inauthentic takes on American food, and I was like, "Damn, this sucks. I don't want any of this."
At least the buffet I went to was great. And I know they missed out. It's funny because I went to the mixed buffet and they had like somewhat runny scrambled eggs. And I had someone ask them, like, why are the scrambled eggs not finished?
Oh my God. Oh, God. It's like being out, like traveling with members of my family. They're all like that. Like, I want my eggs like really dry. And I'm just like, please stop. Just stop. At least it doesn't take as long as waiting on a well done steak. But yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, well, next FanFest, hopefully it'll still be in Anaheim. Go to the izakaya. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and hopefully they do it in Anaheim. I mean, they wanted to do San Diego, which I think would be okay, but Anaheim, having been to San Diego and Anaheim, I would prefer to go to Anaheim again, personally. Getting into and out of San Diego is a little easier, a little faster, but Anaheim's better location.
I liked San Diego more just as like a place to go hang, but I've never done a con there, so I don't know if they're good at handling conventions or not.
They're pretty good. I mean,
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon's been there for God knows how long, and there's just a lot. Yeah, there's just a lot to do, a lot more to do in San Diego. I think
we're filthy YouTube streamers, so we've never gone to TwitchCon.
I went to a YouTube party at a TwitchCon. It was funny when YouTube when YouTube started trying to care about live streaming, and they had the like YouTube like with the red heart, and it was like YouTube Live, and they held a party at a TwitchCon. I went. There was Rooster Teeth and like 6 other people there, and that was it. And then Rooster Teeth just left because no one was there. that was it. I got a jacket out of it, but that was about it.
I remember when that started because I went to BlizzCon one year, and I remember being at a BlizzCon party, and they sent so many reps from YouTube Live to like go around and hand out cards and try and convince the streamers to stream on YouTube. But,
yep.
Yeah.
They're the number one multi-stream choice at the very least. Everyone does a multi-stream to YouTube pretty much, and you guys have made YouTube work.
It was a surprise. It was Kyle was curious, and I was like, sure. And we did a couple test streams and people turned up as opposed to Twitch streaming. So we kept putting the focus on YouTube.
There you go. And it worked out. Okay, so overall vibes are good. Stage was a little off. Lesson to learn if they do Anaheim again, which we're hoping. They could do San Diego. They were supposed to do San Diego in 2019. Or I'm sorry, in 2020. Canceled for obvious reasons. Don't think we need to discuss that. But we'll see. Now we get into the meat of FanFest itself, which obviously the highlight for most people is that opening keynote where they reveal the new expansion. And boy, did they reveal a lot. So
a lot.
Sly, you and I have been doing this since 2014. We met at the very first fan festival. We know all about this. It's just me, or was this a far more informational North American fan festival?
Yeah, we kind of get shafted, don't we, in terms of information?
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah. Yes and no. It did feel like there was more information, but there was a lot of, please look forward to Berlin Fan Fest. Please look forward to Berlin Fan Fest. Please look forward to Berlin. I mean, we get it. Yes. Everything will be at the next Fan Fest. If we want more information, I get it. But in terms of the information we get, like in terms of like quality of life, certain things, yeah, they kind of, hit the ground running in terms of what we're getting. And I'm kind of glad. I'm only glad for reasons.
For reasons?
Mm-hmm.
Is there reasons you feel the need to delay saying them now? Or are you waiting for us to go to a specific speaking note? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How courteous of you. Garret, Kyle. Even now, I still got to say your names in that order. I just can't. I even looked at Kyle first and said I could say Kyle, and then I just changed my mind.
It's got a flow to it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Compared to the only other FanFest we've been to, which was the one where they announced Dawn Trail, this is a night and day difference. I mean, like what you could pick one thing to like A/B test, like we could just go with the trailer, and I'm like, I like the Dawn Trail trailer. It's solid, but this was just so much more kinetic. This felt more like just like classic MMO trailer to me. Like it really kind of zapped me back into like my mid 2000s brain when I was just like hopelessly obsessed with World of Warcraft, and I would just kind of lose my shit over a new cinematic coming out because like I was invested in my character and the adventure I was going to go on, and like I saw Meteor come out of that portal. I'm like, I can't wait for my warrior light to be wherever the shit this is. This looks great. I want to go on this adventure. The music really helped too. Like that snare drum just kicks and you just got that batu 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 batu, and like it activated me. Like I've been playing online games for a really long time. I don't want to talk about my age, but I've been following games like this for so long.
Well, I mean, you have 3 kids, so we know how old you are.
Well, yeah. Fourth could happen any day now. I'm just so virile, but I've spent the last few years like pretty clinical about things, and coming off the back end of Dawn Trail, and I have had a very good time with Dawn Trail. I know it was divisive for a lot of people. I've had a good time. It's my first on content expansion. I had so much fun with the raids. It's one of my favorite raid series that I've done in this game. But we're just whatever. If Dawn Trail was a hit, it wouldn't matter. We're kind of in the doldrums right now of updates, kind of waiting for what's next. It kind of irrelevant to all of that. So I was kind of heading into this kind of in a malaise. Like I'm just like, yeah, I don't hate Final Fantasy 14, but I'm not like screaming about it. And I'm not like telling my friends to go play it. And this really shook me out of it in a way I did not think it was capable of doing. Like I really didn't. I really didn't think I was going to come back out of this feeling that like that 14 evangelist energy that I had when I was coming to the end of Kyle and my journey when we finally got to the damn end of Endwalker. But I'm just so stoked for it again. I feel like that I feel like when MMOs were still fresh to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet. Like we got a villain, whether or not they are the villain, it's still just that energy of kind of knowing what's going on, having a tone set, and the action then of the trailer itself inspires you to want to play, which is kind of the whole goal of that situation. The announcements, I was with you too, Sly. Like the Berlin thing was like, oh, until the third Berlin thing, and my butt's getting kind of sore in the seat, and like everyone's kind of getting tired because we've absorbed so much. I'm like, fine, Berlin, Japan, that's fine. I'm exhausted. Otherwise, like the major announcements, I feel like I feel so spoiled. This is my first on content, and they're getting rid of all these things that people hate forever. And they're just gone for me. Like I just woke up into a world of privilege. Oh, hey, all right, moving on. Anyway, that thing everybody hate, you only had to deal with it for one expansion. Moving on.
That's a fortunate place to be, trust me.
Back in my day, we had a 2-minute meta. We fucking liked it.
Well, no, back in my day, we didn't. And that's the thing. I've watched it come and now go. So that's more so. Back in my day, you could only level 3 desynthesis jobs. And if you tried to level more, you'd unlevel the other ones.
Yep.
Well, and in so many other games, whether it's a MOBA or it's an MMO or a shooter, like any of this sort of stuff, you can get fatigue of too much change. But that complete unknown, that excitement of maybe my job will get better, or maybe a job I don't even like right now will become something I love. Like, oh my God, the world of possibilities.
Yeah, we don't want to go back in my day. This was much better than back in my day.
We can say in the future. We can say in the future if you'd like.
Yeah.
Can I clip that, and can I just play it every time we get back in my day by someone in chat? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because you're like you are the do you know how much you are invoked? Like anytime we like something a little bit new, like chat's just like, this guy's need to talk to Happy again. He'll set him straight.
I want to hear one example right now.
Well, we do get to bring you up a lot when you ask for this, like the whole 2-minute meta thing. Like we were like, Mrhappy told us you asked for this. This was everybody's fault.
This is everyone's fault. Some people won't accept it, but it's everyone's fault.
Yep.
The hardcore raiders, it's everyone's fault. It was a solution that everyone nobody wanted. We just didn't know it yet. It's a little more nuanced, but we won't get into that. Okay, yeah, so they open with the trailer for Evercold, which is our new expansion, and also gave us a kind of our first big surprise, which was a release month. I was ill prepared for an actual straight up January. That's about when I expected it to release. I was like end of January, early February. Yeah, but I didn't expect them to say it. I thought it was going to say winter. And then for the next 6 months, people were going to be like, well, winter could be December. I'm like, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the problem with winter is you could put winter no year on it.
Yeah.
And that would do the best lifting, but that's confusing. So they went with a month.
I'm broken because I definitely think December when you say winter. I don't know why. So that
I agree.
There's only like 9 days of winter in December. 10 days.
I live in Florida. We have no winter.
But you know when winter solstice is.
Yeah, but the lights are still up in Florida, and the Santa's wearing, the bikini or whatever with the sunscreen on. Like, it makes sense.
True.
Damn, you got a sexy Santa.
It's just the cards you send, man. You gotta keep everybody.
I guess I know what my Christmas outfit is this year.
Perfect. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh.
Making decisions all the time.
I was just going to put a Santa hat on that thing with the belt and call it a day, but
I mean, the accolades the Nugget has received are quite generous at this
everyone
point.
keeps thinking it's a hash brown. Sophie's the one who got it. It's like from the what's his name? Travis Scott McDonald's collaboration, I guess. They sold giant
It really
McNuggets.
does look like a hash brown. It looks like a hash brown.
I mean, to be fair, if you told me chicken nuggets were made of hash browns at McDonald's, I'd probably fucking believe you. I don't think they're made of chicken after all.
Chicken Play-Doh.
Just throw some hash browns in there. We open with that. We open with the month, and then we open with the name of our new story, the Godless Realms Saga. Seems to be a pretty direct continuation of 6.0.
on the nose. It was pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
You could argue 4, 5. I mean, if you want to include Myths of the Realm, they're all gone. So, there's really nothing left at this point.
Did they ever name the saga before at an event? Did they ever call their shot? They're like, it's the Heidelin Zodiark saga.
Shadowbringers, I think they officially deemed it the Heidelin Zodiark arc. It was Shadowbringers or Endwalker where they actually outright called it that.
Because that activated my WoW brain for basically the rest of the keynote, because I was like, oh, they're doing the thing that Blizzard did when they're like, here's Chris Metzen, and the next 3 expansions will all be part of this whole saga. And it activated that brain so much that when they announced Evolved Combat and then did not go into detail until 3 hours later, I was like, are they doing one button? Are we getting one button combat? Is that happening? So yeah, it kind of kind of jacked up my brain for the first half of day one.
Yeah, I don't want to throw a WoW jab right now, but I'm hoping it's a little bit better of a saga than what I've seen so far.
Oh, I'm with you.
Heard the rumors, yeah.
I watch Noble's channel.
Story's been not great.
I watch Noble's channel when I have time, and I haven't been thrilled.
It's not great. The closest thing I have to a hot take is I am here for them completely retconning Sylvanas' character from Shadowlands. I know a lot of people are mad about that. I'm like, no, they did a bad job. Now do whatever you want because that was trash. I do not care. You don't need to be precious about that.
I'm doing great with the Godless Realms thing, but the name of the expansion, I just can't remember right now. I think it's because I live in Florida and there's so many HVAC companies, but Evercold, Cold Cuts, Chill Wind, like I just can't keep it together.
Chill Wind?
It's just like, it's cold something. I know that much.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that. You already brought it up, but this is skipping ahead a little bit. The keynote's quite involved, so I don't mind skipping ahead. You brought up evolved combat.
Yeah.
Of all the things that we were told to wait for Berlin for, that was not one of them.
Well, it depends.
No, it does not.
Because I'm still waiting for Berlin because I want to know what the hell they mean by off tank. All they showed me was Paladin, and then they were like, but we're flipping the script, but we're only going to give you one example. And congratulations, you've scared all the tanks. All the tanks are scared, and we're going to remain scared until we know what the hell is happening.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty similar to the dichotomy they gave all the healers, where we have like
but healing. I hate healing in this game, so that makes me feel even worse.
Well, so do we. That's why it's changing. You know, like it.
Silence off tank. What's interesting about that is so this is also okay, let's start with the overall surprise. There has never been a FanFest in any region where we've been told about combat changes and witnessed them. Ever. The closest you get is being told belts are going away about 16 times.
Yeah.
That must have been thrilling.
Oh my god, that and Lalachins, you have no idea how
the
great we had
breakdown. That was a piece of art. Yeah, that had to happen on stage.
Yeah, several times, and then also at
Several
home
times.
in the live letters,
Several times, yes.
Also in posts on the forum.
Well, that it led to such a everyone was happy to be there, but it led to that weird extra level of malaise that everyone was in because they did that live letter and said because we have too much to talk about at FanFest, and everyone went. Bullshit. No way.
They really still didn't need to do it at FanFest, in my opinion. They could have just done it during the live letter, but then maybe we would have had time for the cosplay walk.
I'm okay with a live letter feeling like it didn't have quite enough to talk about. I do not want the con I flew across the country for to feel like it didn't have enough to talk about.
It was so hype.
That would feel so disappointing. No, this was so exciting. We talked to Jesse and Preach the other day. We couldn't get Preach to stop complimenting the game. He wouldn't end. He just kept going. They have awoken the MMO freaks like big time with this. Like if you just like MMOs, my God, the depth they went into for how they're changing up, how you're just gonna play this game, the act of playing it. Forget the narrative, which we all love, but just forget it for a moment. You're still playing a game. They got so nitty gritty.
Yeah. And a lot of that, I think most people, while there's a lot of individual details that we'll touch upon quickly here, I think the evolved combat and getting to see an example of it is a big thing that's leading to a lot of discussion right now, whether it be fear from off tanks or, excitement from bards.
Yeah, no, I want to be clear. Like overall, I thought it was awesome. Like that, it was such a good presentation and the kind of thing that like I want as a player of this game. I have my own very personal, selfish concerns about the way I have chosen to play this game, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be playing a Dragoon. Dragoon looked so sick. Like so awesome, even though they're adding more positionals and positionals never been my thing, but whatever. If it's cool, I'll figure it out.
But how did you feel about the Bard? Because that is a job you play. I'm maybe to make an exception, but slightly begrudgingly sometimes.
A little bit. Yeah.
Did that entertain you?
Well, I always try to play the new job at least a little bit at the start. So knowing that we were getting a fizz range was already putting fizz ranged on my radar. Not to mention, I'm sure my raid team's going to be like, what do you want to play? I want to play fizz range. Great. So what do you want to... I already know that that's very likely to be the thing that happens. But that was the best of the four, in my opinion. I had things I liked and disliked about all of them except for Bard. Like Paladin getting shield swipe back is huge. That used to be their counterattack ability that they'd had. Anytime they block, just slap something back for off global damage. Now it's like controlled, but I'm glad to have it back. And then White Mage still holding out judgment for. It's still super early. We don't know if it's going to look like that. And B, we still didn't get to see them use really half the abilities. They speed ran White Mage like the cosplay walk. They just fucking got through it because they had the tech issues on stage. That was the Dev Panel's cosplay walk equivalent. Dragoon looked fine. I found it interchangeable with the original. Like I could enjoy either or. I don't feel too strongly about one or the other. And then Bard, I was like, my stakes are in this game. And I want to jump all over the place because I'm an animal.
I mean, I've heard the rumors that y'all just move around for no reason because you're bored. So now you can look good while doing that.
And do damage while doing it, too.
And do damage while doing it, yes.
Yeah, I think Bard was the best example of what to expect from evolved combat. Because Paladin and White Mage are very similar overall. They even deliberately said they kept them very similar to their original counterparts because of the way they're portrayed and the way they fit into the game now. Bard we didn't see any damage buffs on them. We don't know what Radiant Finale does, but we saw a bunch of abilities that were hyper situational with no particular order to want to do them in, and not even like a flow. Like Dragoon, you still very clearly, if you can do like start the fight, vengeful flank, vengeful rear, open up into your combo. Like it's very busy opener, but not like raid buff centric. Just like I have all these resources, I would probably open a fight with them to make sure that I get them unless otherwise needed. Bard's was like, I have a regen, a shield, a movement speed buff, and as long as I don't waste any of them at any point and I time them with things, then it should be okay. And then having the movement skills around and having a couple of having their basic combo, just getting a basic combo, even if it's a one button, doesn't really matter. Bard was never a combo job, so it doesn't really change much for them. Yeah, it was all really good. It made me feel like fights could be doing something every 15 to 20 seconds. And that was something that they kind of alluded to in their overall design and getting rid of the 2 minutes. They talk about how there's like big boss downtimes during certain windows because they're trying to design them around the 2 minute meta. And so Bard to me screamed, okay, well, I can see it in counter designs where being a Bard is a lot more situational and aware versus I'm just going to go stand in my clock spot and after my 2 minute is done, just press 2 buttons for the next like 2 minutes.
It's like you were reacting to the healer. Were you excited for that, or is it all Dragoon all the time?
The healer seemed really interesting. The heals that build up damage and everything. I thought that's pretty interesting. I was kind of hoping in terms of White Mage for them to go back to the stance dance button.
Sure,
that
I've heard about this legend. Yeah,
yeah. This legend.
Spoken on hushed whispers.
Yeah, cleric stance. Thank you. Yeah, cleric stance. I was kind of hoping they would bring that back. In terms of Dragoon, like it seems great. Honestly, our big damage dealer is also our main defensive as well.
Hey, you have a defensive finally. You can shut the fuck up about it.
Right. Like every raid tier, my raid lead, like for a big hit, he always jokes with me, slide pressure defensive. I'm like, fuck you. And I like that they said it's not gonna be 100. Oh, okay. It's gonna be 90. Like I'm like
The crowd on that roller coaster, man, they were instantly like, oh,
hey, yeah. I'll take a 90% defensive. I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna shirk dragoons when they go in the air for tank busters.
I love that stuff.
People have been saying that shit the entire fucking weekend.
Oh, that's genius.
Mm-hmm.
And then cover them.
Cute.
At the same time.
Yeah.
But you're not an off tank, but you're keeping cover, but you're not an off tank. Just remember.
And the whole I'm still really curious about the main tank, off tank kind of roles and how they're gonna play in terms of, the off tanks are lower damage. The main tank just takes damage. Like, okay, tell us more. Like,
no.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, like are tank swaps a thing of the past? Like, what are we doing?
There's an interesting note about that a lot of people didn't catch.
All right.
That was only an evolved mode change.
Well,
and 4 of those tanks have reborn modes.
Yes. Do you think people in Party Finder are going to have patience and going to want to like treat you like the special little snowflake that you are and be like, oh, you're a reborn tank, so you can main tank, but I learned how to do this with evolved tanks with clearer delineation of what your roles are, and I don't want to learn something new because I have one guide and that's all I know, and we're going to just do this instead.
Maybe in Savage and Alternate, but everything else, I don't think anyone's going to give a shit.
Well, I think that's, I think that's where most of the consternation is coming from. I don't think you're too worried in the first place unless you're going to engage in Savage level content.
I just assume it's generally going to be, if you're in Reborn mode, you're kind of similar, like you have some party damage reduction, you have the capability, like you're perfectly fine main tanking, you just don't have the counter attack. And then if you're in Evolved mode, Paladin's more of a main tank with the whole counter attacking thing, and Dark Knight and Warrior are more like another party damage reduction tool. So it's either both of your tanks are reborn and it's kind of just whatever, or they're both specialized and it's about the same thing. I think having one evolved, one reborn will be weird, but having 2 reborn or 2 evolved will probably feel really normal.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm just not too sure how it's going to shake out. I just haven't played enough online games. I just feel like unless you're rolling with a complete pre-made and you all know each other, I think the community overall is going to dial in on just kind of certain locked in aspects, and they're not going to want to move on or wiggle off of it too much. That just tends to be how these things shake out. But we'll also see if it's even that big of a change in the first place, which I don't know. There's just so much to think about, right? Because they're keeping the old way around. And it's just like, is Going Evolved even going to be that big of a delineation? Is it just them announcing their personal development mindset for that split of tanks? Or like, because if it's not that big of a difference and they like you're still doing tank swaps and all that kind of stuff, it's like, is anything even really changing?
I'll tell you what. If I'm off tanking as a paladin, I'm covering you, popping my counter attack, and getting my counters while you're main tanking. I don't give a shit.
And you're not the first person to say that. And that's just, if it's not just for personal performance, it's for satisfaction, because that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly, to show my hand, probably my biggest concern is that counters seem sick. And if Dark Knight with their giant sword doesn't get counters, I'm going to be just straight disappointed.
But what if they just do everything else that's way cooler?
Popping Missionary is not cooler. And I think that's what they're going to like stick me with. I'm going to become like, group defense on a stick. And I'm not going to get any new cool reactive abilities.
Maybe you'll get an army of shadows.
See, now you're talking my language. All right, Yoshi P. All right, what else can we bring to the table? Let's bargain here.
And you can switch position with your shadows based on where they are in the field. There's so much like cool stuff that could exist, and a lot of my brain gets excited about like the FF15, FF16 trials they made. Yeah, they were solo duties, but they showed some really cool movement stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of in Garrett's camp about Astrologian, as I'm half expecting them being like, and to really define the hybrid nature of this healer, you're still going to do DPS the same way with a dot. And, that's what makes you special, Astrologian. Well done.
I think
I want to be clear.
I think Astro's going to stay mostly similar to be. I think they just get rid of a lot of the fluff and they give them a lot of the stored damage. Like I feel like Macrocosmos is so iconic, you can't really do away with Macrocosmos, and it's a great fun. I really want Astro to feel like Time Mage Light. Like I really want to see if they dive into that more. Whether or not that means you have cards, who fucking knows?
Well, you could actually mess with people's cooldowns, attack speed, or whatever if you're not ruining.
You can do that now.
Windows.
That's actually back on the table, is being able to increase things like attack speed or reduce cooldown. There's actually some valid, because again, without 2-minute synergy buffs, you don't disalign anything anymore. So haste as a buff can come back technically if your job has some sort of synergy with that.
I'm crazy for VCR powers. Oh my god, if you got like a record your position 5 seconds ago and go back to that. That'd be so cool.
Echo moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a League of Legends thing. Or an Arcane thing, I guess, depending, but But so there's still a lot of question marks on the evolved design, but it is the job design and combat flow has been one of the bigger criticisms for the last 2 expansions. So it was a huge surprise actually getting to see it, but it is still 9 months out. And I'll be honest, it's probably closer to 11 months because that was a build that was probably approved like 2 months ago.
You think it would ship without that stuff?
Well, I'm saying it could be even more different because like Mediator is normally a build from a month or 2 past.
Right.
So like even when we get to test it, by the time we even I remember one time we got to test it and then they did the live stream like 2 weeks later and they had already made changes and I'm like and then the job action trailer also had a change from it and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, you could even see that the I guess gauges for the new evolve were kind of placeholder gauges. So like it was just text. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of work. But I mean, making sure it works before committing visual assets is probably a good idea.
Right.
Yes.
So that was good.
Yeah, if you end up like completely going back to the drawing board on like a charge gauge or any sort of like counter system, like you just wasted a ton of design time and art time.
Yeah. So hopefully,
and I thought it was awesome that they showed it to us in that state. Like I'm not used to getting that kind of a peek behind the curtain. So.
Yeah,
and I'm always just like, respect us. I know there's definitely people who can't be trusted seeing stuff in that state, but I think there's more than enough of us that can. It's just like,
hopefully,
just respect our intelligence, show us stuff in this kind of raw form, and let's start to
now
try to understand.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Now, in regards to Reborn and Evolved, something we as quote unquote media have to consider. For Mediator, we're essentially trying out jobs twice.
Yeah.
We cannot do this in one day. We
Challenge
definitely need more.
Accepted.
We definitely need at least 2 days.
There's a leading because of the power, like even with his like little bit kind of statement, plus the new jobs not getting a reborn.
Right.
Is Viper getting reborn?
It is, so. But they said that Viper and Picto are really close design wise already. So
right, when they showed the picture on stage of like the 2 buttons, arrows into one, I'm like, that's just a Viper picture. What's so special about this?
You weren't the only one. I mean, they even said it. They said it. They said Viper and Picto were pretty close to evolved, like conceptually anyway. But they are getting one. They said it's the 21 jobs we have now, and then the 22 and 23 won't have reborn.
So they have this great safety net. They have this point of comparison in their own game, which is great because then you can have the 2 spec kind of vying. This is cooler here. This is cooler there. But it kind of feels like they're even just kind of pushing us in the evolve direction and hoping that sticks.
Oh, yeah. I think this just gives them room to backpedal.
Yeah.
More than anything, if it proves to not be successful, they have some time to try to make it successful and then backpedal if it proves unsuccessful. I mean, at the press conference, he very specifically gave Star Wars Galaxies combat evolution and its massive failure that attributed to that game and its massive decline. He's just like, I don't want that to happen. So we'll do both. That way people still can play what they like and what's familiar.
Yeah, it goes all directions because a lot of WoW success is tied to at any point, you could just wake up and everything's different. And stay sub, like how exciting is that?
It's exciting when you're a content creator making beta content, but I don't know how exciting it actually is.
Yeah, it's great for content creators who then have to hustle and inform the audience that doesn't know what's going on. But
yeah,
it did eventually reach a point though too where people wanted the old stuff so bad that they launched entirely new servers where you go and play the old
stuff.
And I'm at a point with WoW where I much prefer the vanilla through Wrath gameplay compared to the modern day gameplay. I think it's gotten like way too fast, way too busy. And in terms of you were getting at, Sly, with we're gonna need more time at Mediator, my brain's just going, oh, thank God for Happy, because I don't have to make guides. Just thank God. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be busy for Happy when we watch all his videos later to catch us up.
Just like we were dumbfounded by your work effort at Mediator, Happy. It was just like you were just going.
I'm gonna need a second. Going. I'm gonna need a fucking assistant to be like, my assistant needs a PC. Hurry. You're the reborn assistant.
When I'm done confirming or denying my concerns about Dark Knight, I'll give you a poke and be like, what do you need me to record, bud?
Everything. I'll just start delegating.
Yeah, it makes me excited for Mediator. Because like as someone who doesn't make guides, they're like Kyle and I were like, what do we I don't know what to make a video about. Like we like dungeons and we didn't want to be social and ask other people to run a dungeon with us. So.
Well, I mean, that was one of the things actually. They said one of the features they brought up was the ability to do duty support with like more than one person. Like you could have two people and then duty support the other two.
Yeah,
that was one of the brief.
I think that's really neat.
That they brought up.
I want them to go further. Just two. I don't give me NPCs. I just want me and Kyle to be able to duo the whole game.
Then you better go talk to Raph because he's got you. If he can do it with one, you can do it with two.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
No one will watch that though because Raph already did it with one.
Yeah, but you could just be the guys who don't like NPCs.
Damn. I think that'd be a great business move. Just start hating on all the characters.
That's it. Just you don't. It's like I don't want anything to do to Alice. No. Blue Alice. No.
Oh,
get out of my party.
No. Yeah. Don't
get him out of here.
Don't get me with those heels.
Two people in the normal mode trials, no problem.
How dare you?
There was one part I didn't understand at all, which was also briefly gone over, which is the improved public field.
Yes.
What did that mean to you guys?
I have a few ideas. I've played some games that have some public field content before. You know? Sly, you technically have, but by the time you started playing 11, nobody gave a shit. You were just like, I sure hope no one else is here, and most of the time there isn't.
Yeah, it's just me. Honestly.
Yeah. So starting with their own examples, the hunt, fishing, and gathering are probably the three most active open world activities at the moment. If you haven't fished, maps too. Yeah, but I think the maps are less than the hunt. More people do the hunt than treasure maps on average. You know, there's like hunts with like 100 people every like 30 minutes on every server.
Well, yeah, and maps are just way smaller groups by comparison.
Yeah,
it's a lot more intimate.
Yeah, it's definitely a more intimate experience. Whereas I think with public fields, they want people to be like I do think maps are kind of part of that encapsulation. They want people to go out onto the field and see people doing things they're not doing more than anything. Like you want to walk through a zone and be like, oh, what are those guys doing over there?
Absolutely.
Or, what the heck's happening over there? I don't actually think they're going to accomplish that. I'll be honest. I don't think that's going to happen in any capacity. Because I think you need that at the early levels, not at levels 100 to 110. I think that's like a better player going through the game the first time feeling. So unless they're going to go back, maybe they will. Maybe they'll go back and do a bunch of stuff in like the really old game. Don't think they will.
It happened a lot when I played the game. I started in Shadowbringers. So I felt like every little city had something going on in it. Did that decrease in Endwalker, or do you feel like that?
The cities are fine. The cities aren't where people want that. People want to be like, while they're doing the main story, someone's off doing something. You know, like they see like if you see a group, you're a brand new player, you see a group doing a treasure map off on the side, you're like, whoa, what's going on over here? Why there's just like a bunch of enemies being fought here?
It really stands out too at the moment because there's just not that many people out in zones doing anything at all. So when you see either, God forbid, a hunt train go by, which would probably give you a heart attack as a new player, or you see a map group, it really stands out.
Yeah, it does. I think that it's really just going to be the amount of effect events have on the player and the map. So good example. I think I'm calling them tentatively. They haven't called them this yet, but I think this is what they're probably actually called. The Jotun going through the maps, the giants going through the maps, the arcane entities. It's Norse. Yeah, I'm going with a Norse name. I'm calling.
All right. Hey, hell yeah, write it down.
Yeah, I'm calling them the Jotuns tentatively until
I'm
they say
that
otherwise.
Down. If you're right, that's crazy, but I think you're right.
Well, I mean, there's so much
been all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, they have like Midgard, like a world snake, like the snakes are all through the buildings or whatnot. That's very Norse. They've got
like Yoshi P said it was a dragon.
Yeah, that quote of him being like, I can't believe you guys picked up on that. That's crazy.
Dude, people said it the moment the trailer started playing. It was like not a secret. Yeah, it's pronounced Jotun, but I just call them Jotuns. Yeah, legally distinct Jotuns. And then also there's like a whole bunch of things that you can spot.
I think that it would be so cool if that kind of like the Red Moon had an approach like on the edge of the arena where you would, fall off into nothingness, or there's an invisible wall. You could see what will be the spawning fate walking towards the land.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I think. I think like those things are going to be walking through maps and players are going to be fighting, like climbing them and fighting them at different stages. But I don't think they're just going to be like the super fates, like Toblerone, as I like to call him over in Shaloni. I think it's Tatakarone or something like that. The snake.
So like, what do you, because we always say that like the answer for anything, like when you're like, what do you want it to be, is always like something we don't know and you can't guess, like something new that you haven't seen before that ends up being a hit. That's always like the best case scenario. But like from other games, what are like in-world activities that you do enjoy that 14 doesn't have? Because I just like world bosses, and I would like a few more world bosses that are not just tied to hunts.
Well, I think that's what this. I agree. I think that every zone should have a world boss, and I think that's going to happen here.
Right.
I think every zone's going to have a Jotun in it that has some sort of like major event. But there's some really good examples in Shadowbringers. There's like the Elysian, what's it called? Fate in Lakeland, the super fate. There's like a super fate chain in Ozim Steppe. There's one in they're like 11, 14 parts long, and they like track the lore throughout the entire zone. But I think that these are going to be like, if you do nothing, like the zone is fucked. Like I think when they walk through the zone, it like starts to cover them in ice and stuff, and going undefeated like changes the map and makes it more dangerous or makes it less hospitable and changes where the NPCs are. We have some of that in A Realm Reborn, actually. There's a few fates where if you fail them, you lose access to like small towns and NPCs that are present. Mostly there's one in South Shroud, and there's one in, which Lenosha is it? I think it's
middle?
Outer. It's outer or upper? I think it's upper. Outer, yeah, I think it's upper.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one with all of the Coerls that attack the town. That's there. On the left side of the giant like lake that divides everything. Upper, yeah, that's an upper.
Are all the sandworms attacking the southern Thanalan? Is that one of them?
I don't think so. I don't think that Aetheryte is ever out of commission. But Highbridge does have the same thing in eastern Thanalan. Yeah, so there are some that like those are super minor, nothing important happens there. But given we see all the zones without any ice, it's either a reverse Shadowbringers where all the Shadowbringer zones started covered in light and then became dark, or it's as we progress through the story, it's going to be the opposite here, where they start not that way and then they start getting covered in ice as we progress. Or the
we could Jotun, we could go town to.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Yeah, no, you were going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the conceit for going down to town could be to like evacuate people as the ice is taken over or something.
Yeah. There's also, of course, the theory that based on some of the things they say, yes, that we're actually in the sky right now. You can even see when we land in the portal, we're in the sky on that little tiny island fighting the monsters. So all of that could be on floating islands as well. So, but that doesn't mean that those can't be affected by what's happening below in some way, especially with the Jotun. So it's there's a lot of possibilities there, but I think that a lot of more like dynamic events, less fates, but they actually alter the zone in some reasonable way and change the traversal of it and change the availability of things. Like there could be fishing nodes that are only available if you like succeed or fail or things like that. Or
the failure is the scary part, right? Because then all the fishers are out there being like, no, lose, I need my fish.
No, that's where we go to Dynamis.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
I don't care if they're getting rid of the barriers. I'm still making the Dynamis joke.
I guess that could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that'd be great because ending the world state. I think one of the strongest things about the story in Final Fantasy 14 is always that you get a box product. Like you beat a boss, when you finish an expansion, you feel like, yeah, there's more, but I'm satisfied. But a lot of people feel like the story has become a tour of the land without any sort of impact on it. Having that story end with the ice still in progress, even if we take out whatever the big bad is, would feel great.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of like with Eden. You guys did Eden, right? You've done all of it. Yeah.
Required content.
Love it.
Yeah, basically required. Where the empty is still screwed, but the whole point of Eden is to at least set it so that in the future, at some undetermined point, it can actually resolve and fix itself. Kind of deal.
I said that exact thing to Kyle in our video that we uploaded for FanFest. Hell yeah! I'm so excited to hear you say that.
Yeah. So I like all that. I like all the possibilities that lay there, but that all affects field content. Not to mention the hunt. They said they're evolving in some way. I don't know what that means because the last time they evolved it, it was when you kill an S rank, there's a small chance for a double S rank to appear.
Okay.
You don't know anything about the hunts, do you?
Did that happen?
Oh no, we've done. No, when we were prepping for Savage, we needed tomes, all the tomes, as many tomes all the time. So we actually finally learned how to do hunts. I like hunts. I do get burnt out on them pretty quick, but in the grand scheme of things, compared to y'all, as a relative newcomer, even though I've been in this game now for 4 years, I find hunts really like super charming. They remind me of like old school MMOs because of these big social, like you need to be social and you need to like understand how to navigate the game socially, even outside of the game, to like really interact with them.
But so you don't know much about S ranks though. I saw Kyle's face when I started talking about S ranks, and I was just like, "What's going on over there?"
Well, I did a lot of hunts. I don't remember anything like spawning after I killed it.
Well, so S ranks have unique spawn conditions and can only spawn every few days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like
I think we did one of those the week when we were like learning how to do hunt trains and all that.
Yes, it was out in the water in Stormblood, I think.
No, if it was out in the water in Stormblood, that's a super fate. That's not an S rank.
Oh, so
that's the fox you're talking about. Right. I think. No, what it is so like, for example, in Shaloni, every 3 to 5 days, there's a fate that upon completing it may spawn the super hunt in that zone. And then it'll go on cooldown for several days, and then you have to clear the fate. There's some where you have to like walk around with like 10, like the one in Ultima Thule, you need 10 people with the Ouya minion to stand in the spawn location. And you need to find the spawn location amongst every possible spawn location by eliminating possibilities by killing the other hunts. So that's called narrowing, for narrowing the spawn location. So yeah, it is it's what Garret said, but probably more so than I think even Garret realized until I started describing.
No, I'm mostly just interface with trains.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah.
That's
Another one I'm thinking of is Kerr in Walker, where you would kill an S rank and then it has a chance to spawn Kerr spawn, which once you kill those, it would spawn Kerr.
That's a double S rank.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. And if you fail to kill any of the minions, it actually despawns completely. If you wipe completely on them, or you take like longer than 5 minutes to pull them. Yeah. In the peaks, you have to ride the Chocoporter back and forth to try to spawn it. There's ones where you have to like throw sandwiches on the ground in a certain spot. Yeah.
Certain spawn mechanics are fucking crazy.
There's one where you just have to go blow yourself up as Blue Mage and hope that it appears. You just have to.
Oh, they do that anyway. That's a high chance of that. Yeah.
They have to do it in the spawn location though, so they have to find the spawn location and then just go off themselves every 10 minutes to try and spawn.
One of the early ones I remember was taking out in what was it, Kurthus Western? I think it was
Kurthus Western, where you jump off the cliff repeatedly. Yeah. It's every time you hit 1 HP. Oh, no, that's Kurthus Central. Sorry. Kurthus Western is the behemoth.
Yeah, baby behemoth. You take out a baby behemoth minion, and then that would summon the
Kaiser behemoth.
Yeah, the Kaiser behemoth. Yeah.
So that's been in the game since patch 2.2. All of this has been in the game since 2.2. But in Shadowbringers, they added that minion thing that we talked about with Kerr. There's like a different boss in each of them. That's the super S rank hunt. So they said they're evolving it. I sincerely doubt it's just a spawn off the spawn off the spawn. You know what I mean? So we don't know what that means, but that's like prime outdoor. That's like prime activity for like, open world stuff. They said treasure maps. I hope for treasure maps, they just add the mini games to the open world. So like, while I like going off into the instance sometimes, it'd be nice if it just like designated, like formed an area around, and then you were watching people play like high-low with the treasure maps or like spin a roulette wheel out in the field or something like that. So taking it out of the instance and putting it more presently in the world would be a way to do that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting.
Fates, I think the Jotun is probably going to be a lot of open world activity revolved around that. And then there's fishing, which is ridiculous. And as someone who's now very, very much knee deep in the pond, it gets more and more ridiculous by the day. There's a fish on August 1st. If you don't catch it by August 1st, it doesn't come back till November 1st. You just don't have a chance. It just won't appear. Because the weather conditions need to line up at the right time of day, and they just don't.
Yeah. So, but okay. Why do you just want it for achievement, or is there like other reasons you want that?
Oh no, that fish goes in the aquarium. That one's an aquarium fish.
So that's your own person. So it's your own personal desire. You're like, this fish is so rare, I must have it.
Yeah, you got to complete the log.
Naturally.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just making sure you're doing it to yourself and not for any other important reason.
You could sell the Purse of Riches.
Content.
Oh, well, obviously.
Yeah, content.
Because yeah.
Also,
like,
you get to go.
Just run it.
I don't know if you saw, but there was the legendary fishing day recently where every super rare fish was available in a 24-hour time span. And so there was a huge event where like hundreds of people just all on the same server just went fishing hole to fishing hole trying to catch them all for 24 hours.
I saw some highlights of people who like got video of all the people fishing at the same time. Yeah. That kind of stuff is really just fun and memorable.
That's an MMO. That's open world. That's engaging in the world and the activities there. So more stuff like that where you just see people doing things because they're doing them and not like any really more complicated than that. But I do think some of that's going to take them updating systems more frequently. Have you guys done Unreal at all?
Yes. A little bit. Yeah, we've done a few of them. Whenever it's like a fight we really like. Yeah.
You should do this one. This is a very good one. Yeah. It's a very good one.
Yeah, we did the Shinryu was our first ever extreme. We did a mid-eye level with no echo way back in the day. And when it hit 1 a.m., we turned echo on and finally cleared.
Well, now I got Unreal for it. That reward system is literally compounding every patch. It's like the exact same rewards are available and they compound them every patch. So the rewards are always valuable because there's so many and they're just all the same currency. That's something they've kind of failed to do with a lot of other pieces of the game, like Fates. They just like put the rewards out at the start of the expansion and then say, and we're done. And if you do your Fates at the start, you'll never have a reason to do them again. And just kind of abandon the system like that. So they really need to, no matter what they do with all these systems, they have to be supported long-term so that people don't just want to do them right at the start of Evercold. And then the world goes back to being how it was.
Well, it can also come and go with like each patch and all that kind of stuff as well.
Exactly.
Right? Even right now, like the currency you get from hunt trains, like it's worth more during certain patches than they are during others. If you're trying to like catch up on gear, for example. Yeah. And then, yeah, Kyle, you and I were talking about this because we like pulled our Discord and we were like, what are your biggest hopes for FanFest? And that was the video that we put out right before FanFest. And we got on the topic of just like the balancing act of like any game like this with any sort of repeatable content is that like you want the reward structure to be something that you want, but if it becomes mandatory and the activity to do it is anywhere near tedious, that's where you get like the raving angry players. Like it feels required and it feels tedious. That's like the worst case scenario for everybody. But at the same time, how do you keep content relevant for a long time? How do you make content feel rewarding in the first place? These are all of the aspects that need to be balanced for any kind of this content.
Yeah. And there's no way you get it right every time. It's impossible.
No. And that honestly, I'm looking at evolved combat. Like everyone's like trying to like crack the nut right now. Like this is what it's going to be. And this is what's going to be wrong about it. Or this is what's going to be good about it. And it's like, we have no idea. It is going to change so much, not only by the time it comes out, but it might just be the big talking point of the entire 2 to 3 year expansion cycle. Also, they did say they were going to try and speed up, so I hope it's closer to 2 years than 3. But, they might be just micro-adjusting Evolved Combat all of Evercold. Like, Evolved Combat at the end of Evercold may look nothing like Evolved Combat at launch of Evercold.
I mean, we said
I'll have plenty of videos.
Updates. Yeah. The PvP is always getting updated. Maybe that sort of cadence comes over to the main game.
Yeah, that's a big thing. The PvP dev is the one doing Evolved Combat, which it's funny. Back in 6.1, everyone went, do you think they're beta testing anything for like the main game's combat? And I was like, no. No. I hope yes, but no.
I've already begun eating so much hat because I am like the most dismissive person about PvP. I am highly uninterested. And when I still remember when I was a new player, I was just like, what do you mean my character doesn't play the same as my character plays like everywhere else? Like that's like MMO PvP #1. Like you don't change how your character plays. Like that's the whole point. So like really just like oil and water, I was out. And so my joke is that PvP doesn't exist.
I'll take him third.
And I've engaged in some PvP, but I've always like it's just never really been for me. And I always joke that I'm like the day that they make PvP play like the rest of the game is the day that I will start PvPing. And I never in my life considered that they might make the rest of the game play like PvP instead of the other way around.
Well, got a PvP now, sir.
So here we find ourselves.
There we go.
Yep. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm very excited about stacking combos because pressing 1 and then 2 and then 3 does not make me feel like a better gamer. Like, I don't need that many buttons. I'm like, stack those combos. Let's go. I'm super into that.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to jump down that rabbit hole, just do casual.
No, do ranked.
No, absolutely fucking not. Don't do that to yourself.
There's achievements.
It's like playing. It's like playing Dark Souls. You play it because you hate yourself. You play it because you hate your fucking self. Don't do it.
Dark Souls ends though. That's the problem. Is you beat the final boss and you walk away.
No, you start your New Game Plus adventure or you begin a new playthrough. That's all it is. Every season is just New Game Plus for PvP. That's all.
It just keeps going back and forth.
Don't worry about me, Sly. I'm good. I'm good. I'm protected. I loved WoW PvP, and the second I started to get into ranked, I was like, nope. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Good.
I'm going right back to unranked. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my expectation. My overworld expectations are actually kind of mild. I just expect just a few more things to be focused on. Maybe when something's happening, players will actually want to go to it. And as long as rewards are somewhat updated in those open field areas occasionally, that'll always bring people back. And that kind of touches upon one of the other major points that we haven't spoke upon yet. The character activity, very much Lightning Returns in progress UI. That was so Lightning Returns coded. I don't think either of you have played that yet, but if you do, you'll see what we mean.
Yeah, it was suspect anyway. the X button was a little too large in the corner. The current patch art up in the side. It's you just kind of you slapped a couple images, a little PNG on this to make it look a little more real than it is.
Yeah,
it looked a little gotcha to me, honestly. It looked like the menu from Arknight's Infield.
It's not wrong.
Which is fine. Like, that's a language people understand. You know, I've traveled. I was around people on their phones. I see the games they're playing. Like, it looks like that. They're comfy with those sort of interfaces.
Yeah.
But will I get a factory, Sly? And will it grow?
Probably.
I sure hope so. They did say new types of content.
Can't be back to Evercold with...
I mean, the lava, you have to manage the lava flowing a certain direction. I mean, honestly, a factory island sanctuary, way more interesting than a garden.
Yeah, would have been.
With the frost moving in, they just give us a Frostpunk mini game, like island sanctuary to manage.
And it's super depressing, just like Frostpunk. Perfect.
Oh yeah. No, you throw the baby aura into the meat grinder and feed the rest of your villagers people. It'll be fine.
That kid in the trailer doesn't want to hear that.
That kid in the trailer was designed in a government lab to be the most adorable thing ever.
And you want to throw him into the meat grinder and feed him to the village?
Not that child specifically. Come on, you gotta make hard calls. It's hard out here in Fourth Rend.
I like that. That's good.
Oh wow, did you come up with that?
No, someone in our chat came up with it the other day.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah,
made me laugh my ass off.
For those who don't understand, Northrend is where Wrath of the Lich King took place in World of Warcraft, and it's covered in ice. So this is the fourth, so it's Fourth Rend.
What's friend?
Northrend is where the best WoW expansion took place, and it's where WoW sends you now anytime that people don't like the game.
Yeah. Although I could deal without doing Phase 3 Malagos. I could live without that. Mm-hmm. I don't like that phase.
Yeah, Malagos wasn't the best. He's not even like a real raid.
Nobody cares. Nobody likes. Everyone just wants the mounts. That's it.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep.
Go do 3 Drake Sanctum instead. Get that mount. Things that WoW players talk about from when they liked the game.
It's so funny how much I used to hate like single boss raids in WoW, and then when I got to 14, I was like, I love that I just queue for a trial and they drop my ass right in front of the boss. This is the best thing ever.
Meanwhile, a lot of people don't like that.
You just need something different. Just sure, I've seen your dungeons. Like, we don't need trash. They're just going to do the same thing over and over again. Let's please not add trash to raids.
Fair. But yeah, that entire UI is supposed to be reworking the reward system. Unfortunately, we won't find out that much about it till Tokyo. But, we got a little bit of information about it. We got to see that, like, now instead of, what we do now, where you just go run dungeons or whatever, you could just kind of do anything, and it contributes towards a weekly activity level. And that contributes towards your seasonal reward unlocks, and a season lasts an item level cycle. So every even plus odd patch is one PvE season, which is confusing because we have PvP seasons as well. So come up with a different name, please. But all the same. How do we feel about that? Because that's also very mobile coded.
Yeah, I mean, it's that is probably my biggest wait and see right now. Because it's also just like, again, I hate to keep invoking Blizzard, but it turns on my Blizzard brain because they've been seasonifying their like all of their games for years now.
Yeah,
and I like that these sound like they're on the longer end of seasons because I haven't invoked Hearthstone yet today, but being month long would just stressed me out in that game. But so my gut reaction was, oh, okay, we're doing seasons, but they're not like an insanely fast turnaround, which makes me happy. Like I have other. I know. You've ruined that word for everybody who works in the 14 space, just so you know. It makes me gleeful.
I'm glad the occupational therapists didn't have to deal with me at all. Yeah. And as I'm 7 is bringing up in chat, like it's still a raid tier
at the end of the day if it's spanning 2 patches?
In theory, but we just don't know how rewards work. Because, like, they also did this weird analogy where they talked about how, like, if you miss something the first week, you can make up for the leftovers the following week. But they said tombstones when they said that. Because they were, I guess, trying to use the analogy as if you were to allow it now. So I was confused. I was like, wait, so do we still have tombstones? And also then I started thinking, wait, what about the old relics? Do we have poetics still? Do we still get poetics? Are there systems in place? Is this in addition to them? Does it fully replace them? Like, those are all the things.
Images. Those locked images were weird because you had, like, the chest was fully colored and then you had a check mark next to it, but, like, the hat had, like, a lock next to it and it was grayed out. So is it dishing out tome gear in a battle pass kind of way as you hit certain point achievements? In which case, I mean, I was like, that doesn't sound too different from what I do with the book. I love Chloe's book. It's a great way to diversify what I'm doing in the first place. Do I still need to know about, like, that ancient artifact? And, like, I'm being cool and, like, oh, look at me, I know the secret in the game. I'm going to go get the Chloe book to stack on top of this. Or do those side things, like hunt logs and all, go away?
I can't imagine they do. I think almost all the stuff we already do now is largely going to be the same. I just think seasons, they seem to imply that seasons are there to encourage people to play the game when there's not something that is directly affinitied with them. Like, let's say the new Savage tier comes out and you don't care. Like, they're adding, I'm going to tentatively call it advanced mode since we have variant advanced, and I quite liked that, as the in-between to bridge the 85% of players that do the normal raid with the 20% of players that do the Savage raids. But these things need to have their own rewards. They're not just going to be like, well, go look at your fucking battle pass and get them there. You know what I mean? So the question is, how do those systems interact with one another? And
are you talking
for that
about
reason,
the new raid difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, it seems like they want to create reasons for you to play when the content that just released is not technically something you want to do.
I mean, it's been one of the biggest asks of Dawntrail. Like, the more mid-core content, like, just kept coming up. Not that they should always listen to us. We as royal we, the entire 14 community, we're wrong all the time. But, you know, you do need to listen sometimes.
You two haven't done variant advanced, have you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah, we did a day of it. We didn't go back and, like, do it all.
Okay.
I forget what we did. Right, boss? I'm trying to remember which direction we went for our first variant fight. It took us the rest of the stream to clear the first variant advanced fight we did. I thought it was exceptional. Like, I really enjoyed it. And variants have become a bit of a 4-letter word in our Discord because they were really hyped up and pushed by a certain corner of our community. And then I went to a really basic looking cave and was guided around by Nanamo. And I was
that's bored. The worst one.
Also,
really that bored. Doesn't help.
I was really effing bored. I just didn't find it all that interesting. And I don't think right clicking on things is really like a puzzle. Like, it doesn't.
Well, no. So what eventually happens is you have to read through all the dialogues and find the secret to, like, figuring out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I know now. It takes like 11 runs to do. Like, and the most recent one, I found the secret ending after 11. Like, on my 11th run, I had all the hints by that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I ended up going back through that first one with Animo with a guide, and I ended up having a pretty damn good time. But I waited a year. I just needed to, like, get it out of my.
Yeah.
Get the taste out of my mouth, and I needed to come back to it kind of on my own terms.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, yeah, I think I just found out, I'm like, these are not really puzzles that I enjoy figuring out on my own, but I don't mind them as a vehicle for lore. I actually kind of enjoyed it when I was just like, okay, because if I had to redo it, that would have, I know it would have, like, ticked me off. And so, but anyway, this new one, gameplay wise, I was like, damn, these fights are really fun. They were, like, very well designed boss fights. And yeah, Kyle, you and I even talked about it 2 videos ago, and that's what got us on the topic of rewards and how it's a giant balancing act. Because like, other than, like,
it was so
the corner of Yeah, other than the corner of our Discord that really enjoys variants, and like, and I want you to know, I know some of you are listening right now. I see some of you in chat. Like, I don't think you're wrong, and I'm not trying to convince you like that you should be bored or whatever. I'm just talking about like my taste. But everyone else I talked to, because I went to some of my buddies after trying the most recent variant and doing variant advance. I'm like, this is really fun. Have you done it yet? No one, just crickets. Like, no one I know is doing this, and it's because they don't see the point. Like, and I'm no stranger to doing things just because I want to do them. We didn't have to do every extreme in Shadowbringers at minimum eye level no echo, but I just thought the fight design was incredible, and that's how I wanted to experience it, and I liked it so much that I wanted to do it in the moment. Like, I didn't care or need the gear I was getting out of there, but variants, like, I don't know. It's like, I think they need to figure out the rewards because it's good. It's like this is getting skipped over. People are missing like true gems of content because you do have reward motivated MMO players. They do exist. They're probably more of them than a lot of us like to admit. And it's just like, man, I want people to see this because I want more of this content. I don't want this content to go away. I love hard mode dungeons. I would kill. This is like the one miss from this FanFest. I wanted hard dungeons back. And I'm afraid variants will go the same way if like they just keep kind of looking at the numbers and they're like, no one's doing this stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of things to see. They said brand new battle content, which implies not just a bunch of the same stuff. Yeah,
something.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm hoping this new season, like point based accused system, it will help with variants. Like if they just throw variants in there as something you can do to get these points to like fill out your season rewards, that would help a lot.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious about how it fits in with what's already been in the game. Like, I don't want it replacing reward systems that are already there to make me go engage with that system and instead of just encouraging me to play the game. For me, seasons read as, well, if you're not playing and accruing points every week, you're going to miss seasonal rewards, and so you got to pay that sub to get it. That's what it reads to me at the end of the day. Because you get 3,000 weekly. We don't know how many weeks it takes for you to reasonably finish a season.
Right.
So if you were to show up like a week before, 2 weeks before patch, you might just be like, well, shit. Now I guess I shouldn't have unsubbed for those 2 months when I was playing Magical Princess on Steam.
That's going to be the balancing act, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it shakes out. Like, they could do it like they do a lot of the rewards for, like, holidays, and, like, some of that stuff might end up on the store afterwards.
Yeah. I just... Oh, I will also say this. One thing they did reward-wise that I like this patch that I've been asking for them to do, and I suspect we'll see it a lot with Seasons. They added all the Arcadian Fighter framer kits for uncapped tomes, for 960 uncapped tomes apiece. If I didn't need 31,000 of those for my relic in about 2 months, then, I'd be a little less concerned. It's a lot of tomes.
Yeah, that's a lot of work for sure.
But there's a lot more stuff. So we want to see how this all factors in, the whole weekly cap thing, weekly activity, tomes. So we don't know, but we don't know. Wait till we see you in Berlin again. Sly's waiting to give us his thoughts until Berlin too. What he said earlier, I'll bring it up when it comes up. He was actually just waiting for Berlin.
Smart on you, very patient of you, but who knows? It could also be like, and this is a max level thing only. And it's like, okay, that makes sense, but imagine you're going through the game at the cadence and execution graphically of what you're used to. You're doing Chloe books and stuff, and then all of a sudden, big gold screen and lots of dials and blah, 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 and you're just like, no.
I want that clip as a thing for like gotcha games.
Yeah.
How it feels to play gotcha games every time there's a new gotcha. Every time you log in when you haven't logged in 2 months.
That's what it feels like returning to Hearthstone if you take any time off at all. It's just like the pop-up assault of the century.
Ridiculous. I'll water my plants if I get in and they're all brown, but like I played Pokemon Unite. I tried a couple of games and just I don't want to go to that many rooms of a house. Like when I come home, I want everyone in one room. I say, hi, family. And you get about your night, just having to find every single little hidden reward. It's too big of a house.
It's too big of a house. That's all right. We got those houses on the first. They're the Lollifall, the dwarf houses. They're much smaller.
Kyle coming home furious because one of his children dare be in their bedroom.
Dare be in the other room, yeah. Well, they're all small
Get
right
out
now.
here!
I mean, right now, it's like if there's silence and a missing child, you know something's up.
True.
God, that is so true.
God. Yeah, it's about I am with my 5 cats, so I can imagine what it's like with children. Where are you going?
It's quiet. It's too quiet.
1, 2, 3. That's all I need to know. I've got the roster. The roster of who's supposed to be in here.
Kyle's cat is very similar to his children. I can confirm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do your children also sleep in a tree?
Well, if we let them, yeah.
Sure, all right, fair, all right. Kyle's children,
so sorry.
Garrett's children.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, we're talking about my children.
Yeah,
I am one with the children. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And then it was a lot of, the usual, like they showed us some of the zones and they showed us one of the new like cat races that we'll encounter in on the 4th. And, I got to see some dungeons and some that's what we're used to seeing. That's basically what we're used to getting in its entirety at NA FanFest, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that's where expectation ends. And then maybe there's like new dungeons and we're like, wow.
Wow.
There's the shirt. The shirt happened.
The shirt did happen.
The shirt did happen. Yep. Now that shirt's on sale for EU. That's one of the merchandise items for EU.
That sucks.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are really so. The shirts have a hell of a history because sometimes the most ridiculous thing has been correct. So it's very rarely right. So I don't know if you know about the Spider-Man incident.
Mm-hmm.
But he wore a Spider-Man shirt, and it was the samurai teaser. Because
Sam Raimi,
when you say it in Japanese, is samurai-mi. So that was the tease for it. And so, yeah, people go pretty crazy ever since then.
That was the
Ninja Turtles one sent me. I was Dawn Trail one drove me insane.
I thought Picto was a big possibility for that. So that one did. I was like Green Mage, but also Picto because of the names of the painters. Yeah, that was a possibility there. This one is Ratatan, and he's a big guy. He's got 2 big shields, 2 big gun shields on his arm. Unfortunately, we know it's Fizz range and tank for the new job, so gun and shield are both present. Which really throws a wrench in that problem. But then the thing that he says is most of the time somewhat relevant in addition to that. And he said, guess who's back? Back again. And so everyone's like, is that an Eminem reference? Oh, shit. Where are we going with this? Is Dancing Green going to be the job? Is he going to shoot vinyls? Like, what's going on?
We were on CDs by the time Eminem was popular. Come on, please.
Yeah. So people are now thinking the job's name is Marshall from Marshall Matters.
Yes, that seems to be the consensus.
Yeah.
It's been all up in our chat.
Yeah. I'm still in the double shields thought. But then, I don't know, Eminem drops bars. Engineers use bars for...
That is the biggest leap of fucking logic. Oh my god. Why?
What if you become a kaiju and it's a Godzilla reference? Like,
because he comes back.
He's a
there
rap god.
It gets crazier. Stop.
Because he's a rap god.
Yeah.
Because he's a rap god.
Oh yeah, he's a rap. He's like a mummies. He's got twin like he's got wraps on his arms and they're whips.
Oh,
well, he said he heard it at the Q&A, and he allowed said crossbows, whips, mace
hammers
on a chain,
Yeah,
hammers, like and then everyone was screaming blitzball. But he also said that it's a 14 original job.
Original, yeah.
So it can't be blitzball.
Yeah, can't be Puppet Master either, as much as I want it to be. He did say yo-yo also.
Yeah. So
yo-yo.
Have we gone through the shirt charades for an original job before, or have all the shirt hints been for classic Final Fantasy jobs?
No, they've been for every job. I think only one. Yeah. I think Astro is the only job that never got a shirt. And Ninja, technically. But we knew Ninja was coming. That wasn't a surprise.
Yeah.
Because it was Batman, and that was just straight to Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, it was Batman for Dark Knight and 007 for Machinist.
Okay.
And then after they revealed Machinist, they revealed Astro at the same FanFest. Like
Viper didn't have one. A lot of
Yoshi P was held at gunpoint to reveal one of the jobs. Was it Astro that the CEO came out and like, no, we got one more job.
Yeah. He also came out for Blue Mage, and he came out dressed as a Blue Mage. The CEO at the time was not the current one. Yeah. I don't think Sage or Viper did get a shirt. He just came out as the cosplay. I think the trailer was the hint for specifically Viper. I don't know.
People love to say Leonardo's two swords, but I think that's just a happy accident.
Well, actually, no. So he did say that shirt was a teaser for both jobs. Now that I think about it, that actually, I'm fairly confident he actually said that the shirt was potentially a hint for both jobs. So I think that's like backwards thinking to realize that it was that as well.
It's also just unfair because you have 4 weapons being represented. That's just cheating. That's just cheating. How dare you?
Guess who's back? Back again. Eminem. Eminem's chocolate. New job's chocolatier. Got it. Great. If we get chocolatier before fucking what's his face releases haunted chocolatier, he'll never live it down. All right. He'll never fucking live it down. All right. Concerned Ape's sweating right now. About to have all his thunder stolen. Yeah, so that's just, at this point, it's just everything's nonsense. So guess whatever you want, but try to guess it based on at least what was in front of you, I guess.
What is the breakdown on the Marshall? Because that seems to be the target of everyone's prediction right now.
I don't know. Everyone's just saying that's the name. I don't think anyone's really got any further than that.
We're just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks, honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, what else? Yeah. Like he's got 2 big shields, so I'm just going to stick with what I wanted, which is 2 big shields.
Yeah, it's a great use of the kit.
Yeah. That's it. I'm just going to keep my prediction simple. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't know. There's nothing I got nothing from this. I don't know why anyone else thinks they have more than the other person. Some people are like, no, it has to be this. And I'm like, no.
No.
I mean, someone's gonna get it right.
Yeah, that's
true. Yeah, but someone's gonna get it right, having said that, and think that they were actually smarter than other people when they just got fucking lucky.
That's what drives you mad.
That's Kyle's entire career as a creator, is just saying shit, and sometimes it's right.
But my thing is, I keep doing it over and over again. I'm not satisfied. I don't sit on that and make it my personality that I was right once. I go right out back out there and be wrong again.
Wow, you cracked why I haven't ever lost my shit on you. Because if you just sat on your one weird cook for like a year, I would lose.
Remember that one time I got that right?
Kyle. Yeah, you're wrong, Kyle. That's not important.
I had someone who guessed the ultimate, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, I was like, there's no reason to assume yada 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 because they've never broken pattern, so maybe they could break pattern, but I won't predict that they break pattern and do something that isn't just the next MSQ ultimate. And then they did that, and they were like, look, they were going to all my videos, but I told you, look, I was right. I was just like, but you were right based on nothing. Who knows? You just said something.
The 2 shields, I think it could very likely be 2 shields. I think compared to all the other tanks we currently have, that would really visually make them stand out from the other tanks.
Yeah.
But also, we've never had a T-shirt hit that was that straightforward. That's why I'm like, it can't be 2 shields, right? Like that would just be way too on the nose. But also, I kind of want it to be 2 shields. I think that'd be cool. I want to be running around with 2 shields.
Yeah, and I mean, with all the Viking influence, I mean,
that guy walked out with 2 shields.
Yeah, with all the Viking influence, I mean, then all of a sudden hammer and shield starts looking more reasonable. Spear and shield looks it all looks reasonable just on on where we're going, but it's just the T-shirt doesn't send me there. You know, so
yeah.
Sly, what did the shirt tell you, Sly?
It told me that.
Please wait.
Told me that maybe.
I know
that honestly, like I just thought tank, honestly. Like that's the only thing I got from it. Nothing else. I didn't read really too much into it because I know that the shirts are just classic misdirection.
They haven't always. Yeah, Scarlet Witch was pretty on the fucking nose. Batman Dark Knight was pretty on the fucking nose. We've had a couple that are on the fucking nose.
A couple, but more recently, it's always been like classic misdirection in terms of something. It always hasn't been.
I consider the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles direct also. Well, we knew we weren't playing Turtles. Kojin playable race. That's what it was.
Yep. Get the yacht job, getting your show and ride around.
Oh yeah, I did have that one thing where I was like, I'm so right about this. It was us going to the moon. I said it for every expansion for like 3 expansions, and then when they opened it on the moon, I was like, see,
the opening trailer.
Moon.
The opening trailer, yeah.
There was a reason we were told in Heaven's Ward that the other moon was important for something, so I just started throwing it out there every time.
He was always up there on the moon. Yeah, the moon was right there.
It's so obvious.
Part of why I respect it.
That was
part of
such
why
a
I
long
respect the
fucking
story
play.
of Fort.
Yeah.
So it's just Thornton being like, what are you? Like, that's why I have so much respect for the 14 story. Like, they actually paid off most of their setups. There's still Xenos' dreams, which every time I think about it, I want to scream in anger because they just like did nothing with that. But other than that, like they paid off a lot of their dangling threads.
There's also that one Ascian from 1.0 that we still haven't settled what happened with them.
Oh yeah,
Dungeon
Man, the guy in the dungeon.
All we know is that he's responsible for Alexander. That's all we know. That's the last we really know for certain about that.
Wasn't Hal Mrhappy like the fungus one or something like that too?
Well, yeah, she
can't believe we got
plants. Yeah,
phytobiology.
Yeah, phytobiology.
Yeah, which cool thing to be in charge of heading into the death by freezing expansion. Like,
yeah, she's poison ivy.
Cool. I think that's a neat juxtaposition. They had that like when they debuted the Frost in the trailer, like they did that close up on the flower withering, and I was like, oh, it's a great time.
Yeah, it was
a great time to have this Ascian hanging out with us. Not that they've dug that deep into their roles before, but anyway, what the hell? What was I gonna yell about something. I don't remember now. Oh, I can't believe we got a Dawn Trail. All this stuff with Alexandria. Yeah, I really thought they were going to tie it into Alexander somehow. I really did.
No.
And just nope.
Nah.
Nope, not at all.
Nah.
No. A lot of people
played that Final Fantasy yet.
Come back, but you know.
But I didn't even play that Final Fantasy yet, and I'm like, this is all referencing the Final Fantasy that Alexander is from. Like, how are you not going to tie it?
He's not from 9. That's just probably his biggest appearance. He's in other ones. He just.
Thank you for sounding exactly like the YouTube comments. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. that comes with having platinumed every Final Fantasy game.
Earned it.
It's definitely his most notable appearance, however. So I'll give you that. But yeah.
Well, there's even like that thing in 7, like toward the end of 7.0 where there's like, or getting up to Alexander, and there was like a big bridge, but it was like leading to nowhere. I think like Fake Sphene even was like, oh yeah, they used to go somewhere important. I'm like, I went to Alexander. Alexander used to be there. And then it was just like, why'd they even write that line? It went nowhere.
For now.
I still hate that the big bridge has not been utilized for.
We got one more patch slide. It could still happen. We could still be the fight on the world's biggest bridge.
Yeah.
If I don't get to fight Gilgamesh on the bridge between Tuliolal and the Northern Tyrol, I forgot I forgot which one's Yak Tyrol and the other one. Blah, blah,
battle on the bigger bridge would be
battle
nice.
on the bigger bridge. We have battle in the big bridge, battle of the big keep, and then I forget the Stormblood name, but that is just battle on. It translates to battle on big bridge.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zak Tyrol is the north one. There we go. Yeah, and then it's we got to see the character customization stuff as well. That was big. They basically just said, all right, modders, we get it. We'll fucking do it. All right. Here you go.
We thank you for your service.
Just we'll keep your tits in your ass mostly normal sized, but everything else, here you go. All right. Anyone making Shrek as a Roganin?
What? Oh, okay.
No?
So
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm not familiar with the illegal nature of augmenting one's character. That having a pink cat girl was kind of top of the list then?
They could do whatever they wanted with it.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
There's a term for people who overdo it called mod beasts. Where they start looking
Maxing, yeah.
Yeah, well that's when they start looking like a Black Desert character effectively. Okay. But like they think it looks good, but it's fucking hideous.
Well, they've been on the journey the whole time. They've seen each piece added one at a time, and
yeah. It's like somebody. Have you ever seen like someone who they get a little bit of work done and it's okay, it's whatever, but then they just keep doing it until they look artificial. Yeah, it's like that, but in Final Fantasy 14. It's like modding. It's like someone with a Skyrim modding addiction, but just one character.
But that would at least break the game. The game would not play if you added too many there.
Quite frankly, I don't think they are playing the game, so it's fine.
We are not playing the same game.
I am not ready for acid green characters just running around. I'm not.
It's like the ship of Theseus, but with a giant rack is the best description of it.
I don't
ever.
think we can be trusted with this much freedom. I really don't. I've seen what some modders do, and I don't want to have to look at what they create. I really don't.
Outside of like maybe adding a scar, like I just didn't see anything that I was necessarily going to do, but sure, bring it on. All right. I'm glad it exists for realsies.
When it comes to character creation, I'm a plain Jane. I just basically make me. The only thing I really want is beards, and maybe we're getting that, but it takes me 5 fucking minutes in character creation to just make this, and I'm done. Whereas everybody else is in there for like an hour or 2 hours. Yeah. And yeah, I'm simple.
That's me. I'm like brown hair. Yep. White. Yep. Got it. Moving on.
Play the game.
I'm done. I don't have the skills to make anything more complicated than that.
Yeah, I don't know. Even without mods, I think we've been proven that we cannot handle this much freedom because they added the Paisa house and people use it. Like, it has been proven we cannot be trusted with this much power. Do not give us a color picker.
I feel like the Paisa house is the lesser of so many evils, though.
It's just so easy.
Yeah, at least it doesn't cost $40. Yeah. Sorry. I bet if we had houses in our Mog Station, they would cost $40. That's a WoW joke.
I bet
for those who have missed the news.
Was it only 40? I thought it was 75.
No, it was 75 for the bundle.
That's 40.
Only 70. You'd be losing money not buying it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it was $40 just for the exterior, 75 for the bundle. Listen, we have like $18 like outfits. I'm sure if there was a housing exterior for sale, it'd be $40 too. $5 off for the whole.
We're giving the mistress of the Mog Station ideas. Stop it.
Oh no, she's got ideas plenty because we haven't even talked about animation skill, the skill animations. Oh no, she's got plenty of work. That's how they got that shit approved. They were like, hey, what do you think? And she busts in the room and she's like, make sure that happens right now. I'm cooking.
They took away my plunge and they're gonna sell it back to me for $15.
No,
I lost Ring of Thorns for this shit.
You might get it back for. I'm assuming some of these will be rewards in seasons and from like certain content, but no, yeah, no, you're. It's yeah.
What if they sell chitin? Yeah. Like just $20?
No. It's coming back in Evolved. Chitin's coming back in Evolved. I promise you.
Okay.
That's a big promise, but I think he's right. Actually, I actually think he's right. I actually do think Kaiten's coming back and Evolved. So, because with this type of combat system, Kaiten makes more sense. So
they can't do it right. They can't it would be bedlam if they tried to sell us old abilities back, right? Like people would freak.
Yeah,
or would people just swipe?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of.
Some people will swipe. Some people will.
Some.
Well, if you played any free-to-play game, granted this has a sub, but if you played any of them, you have 20 costumes for whatever the main character is, the most played character.
Yeah.
So which job is that in 14 that'll get everything in the store constantly?
Dark Knight.
You think is that the most played character? Like,
it's not the most played, but it's the one where I hear the complaints the most. So I'm saying them.
Oh, sure.
Damn, that's a lot of words to tell me I'm basic. You could just tell me I'm basic. Happy.
No,
Right.
you're not. A lot of people don't like playing Dark Knight, but of all the jobs that have like lost something that they want back, Dark Knight's one of the big ones at the top of the list. You weren't even here for Power Slash. You don't even remember what you've missed.
Well, I create content on the internet, so people make me know what I missed.
Well, you better go make sure you know what Power Slash looks like because you're going to be paying about $6 for it, is my guess.
I was under the assumption that during that whole like glamour thing that they were going to say, and machinists can turn off their lunchbox. Like I was waiting for it.
That might be one of the toggles. That might be a toggle.
It'd be handsome.
Yeah.
It would make me want to play machinist slightly more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summoner getting new summons is another big one.
That'd be sick.
Somebody said they should have
really
Clive's Ifrit, and it's like, yes, my 3 summons: Garuda, Titan, and Clive.
Yeah. Speaking of evolved, like I thought to myself, all like from what it looks like, it's more controller friendly. A lot of stuff's getting gutted. I'm like, Summoner Evolved must be only like 6 buttons, right?
Well, Bard is kind of similar to Summoner if you think about it. It got 3 different songs. They activate a song-specific combo, and then you've got filler in between. The difference is I actually have filler, but Summoner does like 3 GCDs of filler and then goes right back to it. So
what
that's
if they
about
go crazy with it and you become your summons more like the old classic games? What if they get really weird with Evolved Summoner?
I mean, that's kind of what Summoner was in Heaven's Ward. You just became Bahamut. You became Dreadworm Trance, and you just were Bahamut briefly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Bring that back. That's cool as hell.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't transform, but the idea was that you're the one casting all of his abilities.
You're channeling
Bahamut.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's lame. No, change me to Bahamut. What are we doing here? Why are we wasting time? We have the models. Just
and now we have a lowland Bahamut.
Yeah, we have a lowland Bahamut. That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, I think that sounds like the bloated storefront right there. Like there are so many opportunities for side models on your summons.
That's
just sell me like
a small preview of that too, kind of, because Beastmaster has alternate skins for the pets that you can earn from the content.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So we're about to get a little bit of a peek at that. Maybe.
Yeah, do that for Summoner. I vaguely remember the Final Fantasy X Shiva model. Like, if my God, give me that. I guess you don't summon Shiva,
but maybe you could.
Classic models. Maybe you could. Maybe they add that. But like for the summons we have, give us the variants from classic Final Fantasies. Like that just seems like a hook, line, sinker to get some hype going on the Summoner train.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some possibilities with that. Speaking of possibilities, there's a lot of people who had bingo cards for this event. I didn't make one, but I can tell you right now, if anybody had Evangelion as a 24-man on their bingo card, you randomly generated that with ChatGPT, and I refuse to believe you thought to actively put it on there, because that was a big shock.
We had a comment on one of our videos, on our FanFest videos. They're like, didn't you guys call this at some point? I'm like, we talk about Evangelion nonstop. It's not even impressive. We probably mentioned it, that would make a cool crossover at some point, but I'm not claiming that. Kyle and I just always talk about Evangelion.
I believe you came back from Japan and you told us that like the signs were everywhere. Like it was just collabing with everything. That
Evangelion is everywhere. Yeah. I was
everywhere.
leaving Hakone. And it's kind of hard to get out of the mountains by train. There's like one train and it takes forever because it has to do switchbacks down the mountain. So I was leaving via one of the only taxis I took the whole time I was there. And I was coming down the mountainside and we hit traffic by the train station. The exact train station where Shinji goes when he's thinking about quitting Nerve. It's one of my favorite end shots of any episode where the train comes away and he's still standing there and Misato's down there with her sick ass sports car. And we just stop and I look over and I'm like, oh, that platform like kind of reminds me of Evangelion. And then we like move 3 cars up, and there's just a giant Evangelion store in that train station. Like, it's just there. I drove over a road when I rented a car that was one of those music roads with like the vibrating patterns, and if you drive over it at the speed limit, it plays a tune, and it just plays the song from Evangelion, and it is very well done. It sounds exactly like was it Cruel Angel's Thesis, I think, is the intro song. Yeah. It was freaking everywhere. You're not prepared for the emotional whiplash of the most depressing show you've ever watched being used to sell soda. It's everywhere there.
Yeah, I'm not that excited about it because I don't like crossovers for 24-man raids. I would prefer something in universe.
I get fucking anime robot in my fantasy game. I'm fucking happy. No, you're happy.
Oh, whoa, I didn't agree to any of that.
Sly is happy now. I'm granting Sly the rank of happy.
He didn't say Sly was happy. He said something else. Anyway.
Can I hold your feet to the coals for just a sec, Happy?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the current Alliance raid?
I feel like it was still too referential. I would have preferred it to, like, Ivalice is my standard. If you're going to do it, Ivalice is my standard.
Okay, then respect, my dude. Because if you were like, oh, I love this one, I'm like, well, it's a crossover because I think it's like fine. I think it's pretty, but yeah. Although honestly, I feel the same about Ivalice.
I understand that reference, like, and I find the fights to be okay, and some of them fun, some of them just okay. There's only one that I think they really dropped the ball on, and that's Kieran from the second one. But like outside of being able to point out all the references, I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot to make 14's world bigger, better in any conceivable way.
I think about my favorite Alliance raid is. It's probably Sky Pirates. I really like Sky Pirates.
Sky Pirates is good. Yeah, the Void Arc. Yeah. That's I would prefer that. That Myths of the Realm. Ivalice is like the closest, because here's the big thing. Ivalice is not really a, how do I put it? It's more of a collab with the guy who made Ivalice as like a world, and less of a collaboration with a particular game. And all that lore is relevant in Final Fantasy 14 and has all been retrofitted to Final Fantasy 14.
Is the flashback sequence in the third wing relevant to the lore of Final Fantasy 16
or
14?
That one's not. I didn't say any. I'm not giving that any credit.
the ending of Ivalice really spoiled me on that raid because I love the design. I think that like all 3 wings are kind of like insane. They're such a good showcase for like what this game is capable of, but they lost me with the narrative of Ivalice.
Yeah. I mean, I find the current one's fun. I hated through and through. Like, I like one of those raids a little bit, and it's the second one. But I was actively pissed at that like entire time. My joke was, I was like, I was like, man, it's weird that we didn't have a 24-man series in Shadowbringers. I don't know why they just didn't do one.
Damn.
I thought it was so fun.
Well, do I have news for you, Happy? Because irony. You know who's working on the new Eva?
I know. Yoko Taro's working on the new Eva.
Oh, we get to the heart of the problem.
Happy hates Yoko Taro.
I mean, there are elements of it that are weird, right? Like the Monster Hunter event. All the Monster Hunter players go, oh, sick. What level do I have to be in your game to play that?
Well, there's going to have to be 110 for the evil one now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, my favorite, the website for Monster Hunter was someone that's like, it was like, buy Final Fantasy 14, reach level 100.
Yes.
It's like, it was like a 2-step thing. Sign up, get to level 100.
Monster Hunter Wilds, that was no cakewalk either. We went back and did the World Behemoth event, and that thing was insanely difficult. Like, tons of prep. Let alone like farming just to try it because you had to have so much kind of on your bars to be ready for it. It was crazy. So these aren't really advertising vessels with the saturation of Evangelion. You know, it's like how would Dawn Trail have performed if we had One Piece, the Alliance raid? Probably the same. I don't think it's really going to move the needle too much.
No. It'll be nice for people, but like the big thing with the Nier raids is anyone who is like super deep, and I know all about the Nier lore and the Drakengard lore. it's a sequel effectively to Automata, which is a big deal for a lot of people. But then again, according to Yoko Taro, every collaboration is canon. So I don't know what the fuck to do with that information.
That's so
because
cute. I love that.
Yeah, especially given some of the fucking games that the fucking Rainbow Six, I'm pretty sure was one of the collaborations.
Sweet man. Keep running. Go for it.
I mean, I think there's a really good chance that if Yoko Taro is the point of contact for this collab to happen, that it is all just going to blow up the second he finds out there's no butt slider getting added to the game. Because I feel like he will riot and pull the plug on this entire collaboration if word reaches Yoko Taro that there is no butt slider.
Maybe we'll get a new pair of broken boots, the boots that really augment your buttocks.
I think they can't get any bigger than that, though. Like, even if we do get, like, the butt slider, it probably, I mean, like, let me rephrase. It can be much bigger. I don't think they would make it any bigger.
Yes, it would be a tame butt slider.
It would be a, well, she's arching her back, you know. That's kind of like the extent of it. Not she's packing. not she went to IHOP this morning, you know? Like,
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Evangelion. I cheered. I was absolutely stoked. I think that I hear the concerns, and I've got really good friends who also have said the concern of I would rather have something in universe. The Myths of the Realm is such a fascinating product because boss-wise, 1,000,000% they had enough content. But story-wise, the way the mystery worked out and like, I don't have enough readings, see you next time, wasn't as content-heavy as I think it could have been.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it did, Derek, he's out there in the world now with his monkey, there's a possibility that grows into something. Certainly Crystal Tower became a huge thing. Sky Pirates showed up in the Tataru quests, and those were really cute.
I love the Tataru quests. Tataru Four Lords is my favorite quest in this game.
Oh, that's an adorable one too. Like, is Evangelion going to supply that?
Yeah, here's the thing. I could be not excited story-wise, but it could still be great fun. Like, I'm not going to say it won't be fun. That's stupid, you know?
That's how I feel about the Nier one. Like, the story was kind of whatever. It was fine. It was basically an isekai for all intents and purposes. But, like, I have very little exposure to Nier. We did like 2 nights of just streaming Automata just to kind of like get an idea for what the aesthetic of Nier was like. At some point I want to get back to it and actually like see all the endings and all that kind of stuff. But like, I was just impressed. Like, they did a really good job kind of translating that world into the world of Final Fantasy XIV. And like, some of the fights in Nier for me were just like, they were just hilarious. Like what they pulled off with some of those designs. So I just had a good time. And so that's kind of like what I'm hoping for here. I'm like, I hope it's a good time. Like it kind of felt like the Nier raid was kind of like the greatest hits of like the things you'd want to see represented as boss fights. And so I'm crossing my fingers that we kind of achieve that with Evangelion as well.
Okay. I'll stick with my I don't know why the 24-man raid series was locked behind Bozia, but at least we got one in Shadowbringers narrative.
Wow. I do like Bozia. Bozia's incredible. I wish it had an ending.
Yeah, it won't ever. I doubt it.
No, it's really a shame because in terms of things that like harken back to anything from Ivalice, like I think Bozia is way stronger.
Yeah, that was good. It's funny because originally there's a plot line that's teased at the end of Ivalice that was supposed to be used for Bozia and they abandoned it. At the end of Ivalice,
they could have saved Ivalice for me.
Yeah, well, at the end of Ivalice, they say they tease Tartarus, which is the thing that the dancing the robot, the construct uses to like send you to that alternate dimension. And that was originally going to be used to send us into the past when the Bosun Front was originally, the campaign actually took place originally. And they said, yeah, but we kind of just did that with Shadowbringers' main story, so we don't want to do that in the side story as well. So never mind.
Well, we need to wait until Japan for the raid, right? Wasn't that the?
I don't remember which one was the 8-man raid.
Yeah, but I wrote it down somewhere. But yeah. I mean, we've had ones varying Oh no, that's so Berlin is the raid theme, and then
the 8-player raid,
yeah, and then Alliance raid. I mean, outside of what in terms of like importance of story, the 8-man raid, Endwalker very very high.
Yes.
Arcadian not so much.
Arcadian
Omega,
was just pure entertainment. I mean,
Omega,
sort of. It does continue the whole regulator debacle that happens at the end of Dawn Trail, and kind of is another ceiling point to the use of regulators, and it's the use of regulators and
the use of souls.
Yeah, the use of souls and regulators and entertainment as opposed to in everyday life.
So does that make
Omega
the like the most
ending irked me?
The ending of Arcadian?
Yeah, because I thought the beginning of Arcadian was really strong and like made me think that it was going to be like damn near like additional MSQ because it was so deeply tied in with the story of the game. And then by the end, they're just like, I don't know, Lindworm.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the ending for Arcadian, like it just like the story was so good and it was so campy, and then it's all everybody's friends. I'm like, no, fuck that. Be the enemies and shit. Let him be Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Like let me have an enemy who I can fucking hate and not feel sorry for at the end of it. Like I fucking hated it.
It was closest to Omega in that way. Like it was a collection of characters, not references this time, but compared to Endwalker, Eden, that were so important for the story.
Well, Omega's more like this. None of this matters until the last 2 fights,
right?
Because I'm just making you fight shit to see why you're so strong, and in the cutscenes, I'll just threaten your family if you don't do it.
Yeah,
and
Omega was just blood sport.
Yeah. And then in the end, they're like, ooh, story.
Yeah, that's interesting, especially like now because Kyle and I are going through the classic Final Fantasies that we did not grow up playing. Because I really liked Omega when I went through it, and I had nearly zero understanding of the references that were being thrown at me. And now as I play through every Final Fantasy, I'm just like, oh, that was an Omega. Oh, that was an Omega. Like I finally got to suplex a train the other day. That was wonderful.
The plane was the weirdest one. Just it was a plane, and even in this main game, it was a random ass plane.
Oh, the face plane that we just fought in Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, it wasn't important in 6, and so I don't know. Yeah, that was a weird pull for sure.
It's a reference. It's all Omega was. It's
just a bizarre
references.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like most of them are like end bosses or really memorable bosses. Then you just have faceplane.
Yeah, but the faceplane was just an ad in the Guardian fight. The main reason it's an ad there is because the Guardian is present throughout all of the Magitech facility. Like you can try to fight it early and it just fucking murks your ass. And then when you're escaping from the Magitech facility, you get attacked by the plane. Or I'm sorry, you get attacked by the plane. Yeah, you get attacked. No, I'm sorry. I've got that part, but that's the crane that you get attacked by there. The plane is
the crane. That was so goofy. That was
so at the top goofy. Of the tower, the most important button in the whole building, summons a crane.
Time to use my specific crane for this exact.
Oh, yeah, 2 cranes.
Yeah, it's one on the left and right side.
To,
and they can't just fly away. They're gonna stay and fight both the cranes. They're gonna just stay there and fight them both.
Yep.
The gentlemanly thing to do.
The gentlemanly thing to do is to not just immediately fly away from both of these cranes. Oh, Final Fantasy.
We are the bigger clowns than Kefka. The heroes of 6 are the bigger clowns than Kefka.
Hey, in 5, that's kind of true in terms of clowns. They're a bigger clown than X.
I mean, Butts is. The rest of the team are still pretty. They're like.
I don't know. Gullif's a pretty big fucking clown.
He's a bit goofy.
Well, yeah. Well, but then he gets his memory back, and then he's an awesome epic hero. I love 5. 5 was great, and 5 was sold to me as like the stupidest "don't worry about it" story ever. And then I'm like, this story rules.
It's Saturday morning cartoon story most of the time. Yeah. I still enjoy it. I like really 5. Like 5. That's good. Yeah, 5's good.
Yeah.
We're about to get some more 5 references in the North Horn too.
Yeah, I need to get back to that now that I've played 5. Cold Crescent didn't really grab me, but now I'm extremely 5-pilled. So
I don't think it'll help.
I want to get back. You underestimate how bad I want the glam out of there.
That's fine. The glam is one thing. I'm talking about the content.
Yeah.
I think it'll change that much. Yeah, and then we have another 5 reference here. Although you probably didn't play the advanced version of 5. You probably played the Pixel remaster.
No, but our community loves talking about like the different versions that they played growing up, and so we heard a lot about the advanced version. So we're very aware that Enno was a fightable boss.
Yeah, he's mentioned in the original too.
Yeah,
he's the one they use the sealed weapons on.
Yes, yeah, but is his you don't see him unless you play the advanced.
No, version, he's just a reference. Yeah. They're just like, yeah, they were used to defeat the Void Warlock Enno 1,000 years ago, and you're like, cool. They're like, that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you.
There are 8 of them.
Well, Kyle, I believe your point stands that Omega is probably the most main story irrelevant raid series.
Yeah, I would assume that whatever this 8 is going to be pretty high on story.
Yeah, because Pandemonium's an epilogue. Arcadian is an epilogue. It's tangential / epilogue light. Omega, no. Alexander's just kind of cool. I mean, Omega became relevant with Shadowbringer, so I guess I can't really harp on that too much.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Eden and Pandemonium are like pretty much required. If you like the stories of those expansions, you need to do those raids.
It also helps knowing about the Omicrons, and you also had the Omega follow-up quest after doing Endwalker is really nice.
Yeah.
So
that was what I found pleasantly surprising about Omega. I was just enjoying the fights, and I'm like, I understand this is a basket of references. I don't get them, but the fights are fun. But then you get to the end, and you're like, oh damn, I'm getting like dragon lore. Like they tied it in pretty nicely at the end.
Yeah, it was all good. Yeah, Omega's good. Okay, is there anything else that we didn't hit on in the opening keynote?
Gear.
I mean, but they just said wait till Tokyo.
Gear. Shared eye level.
Yeah, that's true. The shared eye level thing. There's been a lot of discussion about whether that's a good or a bad thing.
In which direction?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. It's great. I can see this working in so many ways for people who, they have all their jobs leveled and everything, and you're doing raid, and you say you want to go in as another job for a different fight. Great. Only problem, your gear is probably not going to be BIS for whatever, or remotely even in the category of BIS for that. So that kind of throws a wrench in it. But I mean, as far as doing content, it's a great thing. Honestly, it saves a lot of time and a lot of hassle of you, actually having to go and grab gear for other jobs. You should probably still grab gear for other jobs too, for whatever the BIS is. But it's a time saver and a good quality of life, I think.
Yeah, the big thing is without any, I'm assuming gear isn't going to change much is the big thing. Like, I'm not expecting gear to suddenly have a lot of unique effects. If they suddenly come out and say that, this doesn't, how do I say this? It's not that this doesn't matter as much. It's that it makes more sense in the context of the game. So my interpretation of item level syncing is the way gear works now is every piece of gear that has, almost every piece, has 2 stats, a major and a minor substat. And those have a maximum value at any given item level. So if you bump the item level up, in theory, you're just going to raise those to their values at those item levels, which would just, fine. It's like they're the equivalent. The only difference is syncing up, you have materia access. So any melds that you want to use, you could use, which means in theory, if you want different melds for, let's say, Black Mage and Summoner, you could carry around, 2 different sets that are just not even the same gear and meld them correspondingly and then sync them up. And then you can actually have, it's still going to take an extra gear slot, but at the very least, you can more aptly meld around that. But that just means that effectively, once your first job is BIS, you really don't give a shit after that.
Right.
So unless they start adding an earring that has when you cast Fire 1, there's a chance to gain an instant cast free Despair.
No.
Like, then all of a sudden you need that specific earring for Black Mage, even if you have Biss on, like, Warrior.
That's way too gimmicky, and I feel like that's kind of like a Baja or, something scenario.
It's gimmicky like for us, but for other MMOs, that's pretty normal.
I love set bonuses, personally, and this is the only MMO where when I see a set bonus, I'm like, oh, it's fake gear, is what I think of as gear for Boja and Eureka and that kind of stuff. I'm like, this is gear that's not for the real world of the regular game that most of us play.
Right.
But I love set bonuses. I wouldn't be mad to see it, but this would be a very strange time to suddenly start adding that to like standard gear in the game if you're debuting this shared eye level system. We've been talking a lot about on our channel because folks keep bringing up melding and all that kind of stuff, and like I just assume that will be the reason you still want to get gear that is appropriate for your job, so you can have like mid-max correct materia slotted in and that kind of stuff. And I still don't really understand how the hell weapons are going to work, but
I'm assuming weapons is just whatever. It's pretty much 1-to-1. Yeah.
It's kind of like earlier when we were talking about like the concerns about tank and off tank, and I think we all kind of like landed on like, well, it's probably only going to really be a concern for the higher end content. That's kind of how I feel about this. Like if they're coming in, and this makes sense to announce the same time as they announce seasons. Because like if you're going to have these 2 patch chunks where you're trying to work through all of those unlocks, being able to really easily swap between jobs for not top tier difficulty content is going to help keep it fresh for you.
They could also give out like astral gear in the seasons, just gear that is not tied to any particular job at all and just has an item level on it, and it transforms into whatever you need and always looks the same to save on, dev time and art time.
Yeah, they said that optimizing substats and materia was still something they wanted people to feel like they had to do. That was a specific note that they made.
Well, and there's going to be some thing, I just feel like it's going to happen. There's going to be some transfer that like gives me too much piety, and everyone's like, that's bullshit. I don't want all that piety. So they need to actually go get some other stat, or who knows, you got to go put on some pink from A Realm Reborn because it upscales with no piety on it. And it makes it total. There's all sorts of like holes that the system could have in it. But on the surface level, it's great. Now all I hear though is like, oh, I don't have my jobs leveled anyway. I'm too far behind on that. They need to make that easier.
You still need to level your jobs. That's kind of the one big difference between that and something like, I don't know, like the Deep Dungeons and Bosia, which will just kind of set you to a set power level. And that does get rid of your materia. Those also are leveling you, not just sinking you, item level wise. So, all the same.
And there's a lot of players who don't manage their characters in that way. They do the MSQ. They have one job. And they dream of switching, but this isn't going to affect them at all.
They dream of it. I don't know. Maybe there will be EXP books from their seasonal rewards they can use on their alt jobs.
That'd be neat. Yeah, I mean, I've been leveling a job before, and for me, it was Paladin. I hit all that crazy clemency stuff, and I was like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted, and stopped leveling it. So at least now, if I get a job to max, I don't have to go through the effort of also doing that job to get gear to be like, okay, I wasn't that passionate.
Yeah. Again, Berlin. Although no, this was Tokyo. They said Tokyo for the gear acquisition thing. So see you on Halloween, spooky.
Nothing could be scarier than gearing in 14.
I'm going to live.
No, gearing in WoW about 2 expansions ago could have been the scariest thing you ever did.
Why just 2 expansions ago? I've been mad since they Diablo-fied.
I don't know. They got war bands now. I'm just thinking pre-war bands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Though to be fair, I guess having, doing 20 splits as a hardcore raider is pretty horrifying even still to this day. So,
yeah.
The horror never ends.
It really doesn't.
I do like the idea of being able to heal or Q all my DPS gear, though. That's the main excitement.
Yeah. There's some things I'm someone who'll make good use out of it. I actually have some applicable uses right now I would like to have them for, but I'm just gonna have to get gear. It's fine. I'll do it. Whatever. Zodiark and Heidelin won't solo themselves. I need my tank gear. I gotta go do that. So, and Susano, I gotta go get Picto gear too. All right, great. I got raid in an hour and a half, so maybe I'll get something. We'll see. Okay, and then there's that. There's the character creation. We went through all of that. I think there might be another there were so many things. It's actually hard to keep track.
Switch 2.
Oh yeah, the Switch 2 and all the CEO stuff.
Yeah, I mean the Switch 2, whatever. It's on another platform. Like that's what I mean. I've been predicting that for ages. The PS4 version not really working past 8.3. You know, because literally they can't fit any more back end. It's like there's no, it's just like the technology has gotten too far out. Kefka, what else? We don't even know anything about that other than it's Kefka. Like, I still think the Warring Triad will be
confirmed
there.
by the live letter.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they've never had like a super straightforward ultimate. So
yeah,
there's gotta be something coming out of left field there.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Koji's amazing generative AI skills. You know, it's great that he's listening to the CEO. I'm glad.
Yeah, he got a lot of flack for doing that, ironically.
Listen, there's always gonna be someone who doesn't get the joke.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I did that for a video. I got a lot of flack for it. I used YouTube's recommended tab and just made fun of it the whole time. And yeah, it was
the fact that you showed it.
Yeah,
it was I see.
I was like, let's see if there's any good video ideas in here. And then it was like, one of them was about tanks, and it literally just showed 2 actual tanks with like a sword. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
Drive me closer.
Oh,
so I
you
could
should
hit
have
it.
used
Awesome.
that.
Awesome.
Oh my god, that's funny. But you should have actually like recreated it with clip art. Like get actual photos of 2 tanks and like shittily attach swords to it.
Yeah,
That's the new job. There's like the new job is a tank. We weren't kidding. It's literally a tank.
Yeah.
That was the reference all along. We just had to think about it more directly. Yeah. But I'm sure there's a bunch of other like small details. There were just so many little like system changes and things that they went over that it's like I've like not forgotten any, but when I need to remember them in the moment, I have to like dig through everything else in my brain to get back to them. And that's a lot. I mean, that's good.
Q&A
Again,
retreaded a lot of the announcements already. There wasn't really anything new in the Q&A.
Xenos is the true villain still, is the only thing I learned from the random Q&A. His ass and hair is just a never-ending grief.
Just will not stop haunting the dreams of Yoshi P.
Oh, the Party Finder. The Party Finder.
Yeah, Party Finder, right. I guess the things that I thought were going to happen, I kind of just pushed to the side because I was like, yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, that one's probably the most important thing because that's also going to be happening way before the expansion. Japan will test it first, and the rest of us will get to test it. And then everyone can stop going to Ether for literally everything.
Shadowbringers free trial. That actually moved the needle with some of my friends, too. So that did matter.
I got a buddy playing right now who I never thought in a million years would touch this game.
That free trial, man, it's just... There's a time where I wonder if constantly expanding the free trial is like... I think they should have made some changes to the free trial before really doing that. Because, I mean, you still can't, like... I get why all the social features aren't there, but you can only hold 300,000 gil, and there's like 20 million gil worth of MSQ by the time that you get to the end of
Oh, that's interesting.
It's really bad.
That's on you.
That's on
you. If you let that gil go.
Yeah,
they need a pop-up warning. Like the second you start to overstack gil, it needs to be like, just so you know, between here and the end of the end of the MSQ, there's this much gil on the table, and you will lose it. Are you sure you don't want to subscribe today?
I don't remember them saying it, but did they update the starter edition on Tuesday also?
I've heard nothing about the starter edition.
Yeah,
because that would mean your free trial. If you were to do the free trial, then buy the starter edition, they'd be like, don't fucking care. Go buy the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking up because I don't remember what was in it. It included everything through Shadowbringers, yeah?
Well, it included Stormblood. If it includes Shadowbringers now, it's been updated.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shadowbringers on the official.
Okay,
Square
so they did
store
update.
right
They did update the starter edition. Okay, I'm just making sure because I've heard nothing about the starter edition. I don't recall them mentioning the starter edition, so I'm just like, that has to get updated too, or there's a little bit of a loophole here.
Yeah. Let's see, $10, and yep, everything up through Shadowbringers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem, man. It's just like, all the bots make the longer you're in the free trial, the more you wish you'd bought it earlier. Is the thing. Because you just, not having the social features and all the gil. So much gil.
I accidentally bought it too early, and I'm kind of glad I did. Like, I didn't write it out for the very end of my free trial. Yeah,
that's for the better. Just so much. That's a lot of game for $10. Also a lot of games for nothing. Technically, yeah.
No, I messed with my buddy, and I was just like, "Hey, I know you've been kind of thinking about a new MMO." I'm just like, literally, like one of my favorite games of all time. Not even in the genre, just one of my favorite games of all time. Shadowbringers. You can just get up to it now for free. You should really get in there, dude.
See you in 300 hours.
Yep. Listen, I look forward to many years from now when his slow ass finally gets to the end of Shadowbringers. I can talk to him about it.
Do we think they're going to include a story skip with Evercold? I think they're going to include skips with Evercold.
Isn't there already a boost type feature in the game?
There is, but you pay $50 for it. It's $25 for the job and $25 for the story. So it's $50 out of pocket if you want to get through all that. I think they're going to include one.
God, that feels like such a coin flip to me. I completely understand coming down either side of that decision for them.
Yeah. They have said for like 3 expansions now during the media, like, we know the game's getting kind of long. We should probably figure something out. And every time we think they're going to, I mean, they could have a different solution for this that they haven't talked about yet as well. They could have some sort of like system update that allows you to experience the game in a kind of expedite. We don't know, but they keep saying they need to approach the problem, and then they just keep going.
Yeah, kicking that can, and it is like it does need to be addressed. Socially, it is. Even if you're not like content creating, it's still just going to be a little weird, and particularly with how much they bring up from the past, it's hard to imagine a player having the best time in that new system. But Isekai again seems like a perfect time to do it. Maybe should even happen in Shadowbringers.
Or can it just survive? It's just kind of the One Piece of video games. Like, it's just so.
I mean, honestly, we're getting there. We are becoming our own One Piece.
There's just so much, and it's all eventually relevant. Like, I don't know. Like, are they going to be fighting like a fan-made mod, like One Piece? Like, someone's going to like have a cut-up version of 14 on a private server somewhere that gets you through A Realm Reborn to the end of Endwalker in like 60 hours instead of as many as it currently takes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like at some point it can't be ignored. As I don't care what anyone says. I know plenty of people who do not give a fuck about the story in this game who pay for their sub more than the people who do. So I don't think it has any bearing on anything. You'll either be having fun or you won't be. So
it was all the discourse I saw on social media on the plane ride home from FanFest. Like, so I don't know who opened the can of skipping story versus how dare you, like, but my whole Twitter feed was that. I'm like, why? We are 24 hours out from FanFest. Why we got to kill the good vibes? But like, I just don't understand it. But that's what I see is, I know other people care. I personally, I'm just like, I'm not going to care about what someone else does. If someone else wants to skip it, fine. If they try to talk to me about it, I'm going to go feral, foam at the mouth, and tell them what an amazing story they missed. But I'm not going to preemptively try and guide them. I don't care. It's not my problem. But I do think the team sees it as a balancing act. And certainly players see it as a balancing act. They've already cut down on the length of A Realm Reborn. And I know that that's still a mixed bag for certain players. Some people miss the stuff that's not required anymore. And So I see it as you either need to just find a way to make it shorter to get from point A to point F that we're at by now, or for preservation purposes, you probably just rip a skip, just to give everyone a skip. Like, don't touch it, because the story is good, the game is good, and I think it should be preserved. And for the people that they just want to raid with their friends, let them just raid with their friends.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we have New Game Plus also.
Yeah,
literally have the feature built into the game.
I've been saying for a couple years now, I'm like, they really need to gamify going back through the MSQ, because there's a lot of people that love replaying it. It is it's like,
I think
how
so
some people
too.
just have the Office.
100%.
They just watch it over and over
again. If you just made it worth EXP again, there are people who just play the MSQ over and over again to level their jobs. 100%.
Yeah, I wish that's how I could level alt jobs. Yeah, I really wish that's how I could level alt jobs. I like, and coming off of this FanFest, I'm like, it's the first time I'm really strongly feeling it. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to go back through the MSQ again. I think that'd be fun. That sounds like something I want to revisit. And also just like freshen up my memory of everything that was happening in the story. And also, as a content creator, maybe re-record some of those cutscenes with the new graphics engine. That would be nice. It'd be
I completely agree.
All of that.
I think it's a waste of. I've been saying it since New Game Plus came out. Like, just let people level. Like, who cares if they decide they want to do that? Okay, that's kind of my entire point. If that's what they want to do, then it's nobody else's business. Let them do it if they want to level that way.
It seems wild to me that that's they haven't even like mentioned anything like that, because it just seems like such an obvious win.
Yeah, and remove the duty recorder. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, dude, my girlfriend is like, she skips it. She's never watched the story. She doesn't watch any cutscenes. She completely skips everything, and she's been playing this game. It's just content creator for it for the last like 10 years. She doesn't give a shit. She's just like, I'm here to play with people.
For the gameplay of MMOs.
Yeah. She's like, I'm here to play the game with people. I'm not here to read about these fucking small elvish children getting into trouble. I don't fucking care. She didn't say that. I'm saying that.
Is there any chance that she holds the opinion that if you skipped, you wouldn't know how to play your job?
She doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shit. There are people who do give a shit.
There are people who do,
I hear that a lot as an argument against it, but
there are people I know who have played this game for the entirety of 13 years and they don't know how to play it. I don't care.
Well, and that's the thing, like, I love Wes Galber videos, but I'm sitting there the whole time being like, I guess I shouldn't watch this since I'm missing 3 abilities anyway. I might as well improvise until I get there.
I know people who skipped and got into the game and they immediately went to Savage and were better than like 90% of the player base. I literally, that it holds no bearing to me.
There's probably some brain wavelengths that work out there, right? Like, if you don't care about story, you might be an amazing mechanical player. That tracks.
Right.
Yeah, but also like the game changes. Like, we're about to get evolved combat. Like, it doesn't matter if you leveled 2 years ago and suddenly they change how your damn job plays. It does not matter.
Exactly. All of a sudden, like, you didn't. Then now everyone is. I mean, to be fair though, same brain wavelengths. Like, you if you fundamentally understand, you'll pick it up faster as well. But the MSQ doesn't teach you how to play the game. It teaches you how to fucking hide behind objects while this small child walks over to a location.
That I failed 3 times, having to sneak behind the guy. And sneaking's a big part of Astrologian. I needed that. Actually, that'd be pretty funny. Stealth class, evolved job. We want to really embrace the personality we brought out in the jobs you did back in Astrologian Heavensward. So we're adding stealth to the evolved combat.
Perfect.
Who the hell healed me?
Who did that? Who fucking did that? You just keep getting eloquiums on you. Stop.
It's why we have grades in school. Everyone sits their ass in the exact same classroom, and yet somehow some kids get A's and some kids get F's.
Yup.
Everyone learns different and engages with learning to completely different degrees of effort.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think there's going to be a skip of some kind. I'm locking that prediction in. I think they're going to include 1 job and a 2 Dawn Trail skip. So you have to play through Dawn Trail. Bold move, depending on who you ask. But, you know.
If it's where you're starting, you've really... Honestly, I don't think it's a bad place to start. It reminds me a lot of A Realm Reborn in ways.
Yeah, but it's rough with the online discourse to then tell people that's the story.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it matters to some people. Here's the thing. The people it matters most to already played through it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And everyone's different, but like the least involved in an online community I am is like right at the beginning of my journey. I will look up tutorials maybe, but I'm not like going to Reddit to see what the hot goss is this week about everyone's opinion about what at that time will be more than a 3-year-old expansion.
Yeah, but some people do. They got the time for it, man.
Yeah, well, that's on them.
That is on them. This is very true. All right, now I think that I like how we didn't even really talk about the region match. We just acknowledged it existed. Because at this point, it's been so needed that we all understand the stakes. We're like...
Do we all agree that it's awesome? Yeah, we agree that it's awesome.
The only people who didn't see that as an announcement were like an OCE. They're like, that looks cool. We'll just be here. You guys can come visit whenever you want. We can all play, right? Right? You can all come. Yeah. We'll see you. We'll see you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
It's just the it's like you got 3 grocery stores and you want to go to the one that has the least people so you can avoid interacting with anyone. Oh no, it's like having all the grocery stores but only one of them has self-checkout.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
You have stores that don't have self-checkout as an option?
I have some in South Carolina that don't have self-checkout. Yes. I don't think Food Lions.
That sounds lovely.
I don't think any Food Lions have them.
That sounds so nice. Everything
most Food Lions should.
Mostly...
I've been to 2 that don't.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with your Food Lions?
I hate self-checkout.
I love self-checkout.
I wish I had.
Yeah, I love it.
Depends on the store. Groceries, no. I want everything to move swiftly, but...
Oh, it moves swiftly when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking zooming through self-checkout, just like...
I'm in and out. I ain't got time coming home waiting on...
I'm waiting on the 3 aisles that are open. 2 of them got a mom with 2 kids who's shopping for the entire next 2 weeks, and the other one's got that one person with way too many fucking questions. I'm just getting in the self-checkout.
When you order ahead, you really miss out on the storyline of being in Target, you know? When they just bring it out to the car, you miss that experience.
The only time I was kind of glad I lined up is there was a woman who was crashing out about her debit card not working on Christmas, so I just paid for her groceries, and it was the greatest day ever. I did my Good Samaritan. That was my best experience. Was I paid for someone. That was like $40 worth of groceries. It wasn't that much. And then she asked for my address and sent me a $50 like prepaid card, like as a thank you.
Oh,
like 2 weeks later.
That's cool.
So that's that's the only good experience I've had in a fucking not self-checkout line. And quite frankly, she could have been crashing out in the self-checkout line and it wouldn't have been any different. As far as I'm concerned.
Location of crash out, irrelevant.
Yeah, location of crash out was irrelevant. I just really needed to get my groceries done, so I was like, I'll help this poor woman. I can't continue down the line if she's stuck. It wasn't even a Good Samaritan thing. I had selfish intentions somewhere in there. All right.
It's like dooming videos at the end of an expansion. It doesn't matter which expansion, they're still going to be dooming videos. They're dooming videos at the end of Endwalker. They're dooming videos at the end of Dawn Trail. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. And then at the beginning of them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got $10 profit out of that. It was great. I made $10 off of that.
Invested in your future.
I invested in my future. See, sometimes good deeds do pay well.
Buy more eggs because you broke some because you apparently pack so fast at self-checkout.
Yeah, I just put a pillow down in the bag and I just tossed the eggs one at a time. I just...
Well, you said you like runny eggs, so I just figured that's how you roll.
Yeah. I actually don't buy eggs in all the shells, and I don't buy them in the carton. I crack every egg into a plastic container and then just weigh it. That's it.
You've reduced the weight too. Hell yeah.
I don't know if the plastic container's lighter than the paper container.
The egg.
Or the shell either. I think it was in the egg is heavier than the shell.
Big bag taking all my veggie money.
Big Tupperware.
Yeah, anyone taking off the rubber bands or the fucking vegetables?
That's gonna get you. Listen, I can afford lobster, but man, I'm taking off those rubber bands on the way out.
Yeah, if the claws get me, they get me. This has become a lot more about shopping than it has been about FanFest.
It's very much,
and I'm okay with it.
Similar vibe, you know.
Yeah, it's we're shopping for a product. This was free trial tangent and server region transferred tangent. Sorry, OCE, you really where this joke all began.
We said we didn't have much to say about it. Yeah, so we made something. It works out.
Sorry, OCE, you became you're Final Fantasy 14 if I took the rubber bands off. That's all it's become at this point.
Damn.
That's the end analogy, right? At the end of all that, that was the solution. That was the end of it.
Big bow on it.
100%.
Yeah, peel your bananas before weighing them at checkout. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'm just gonna make banana bread anyway. It's fine. It's good. Okay. Anyway, so now I think we might be done talking about FanFest.
Yeah, I think so.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished at this point. I mean, we kind of briefly touched upon all the individual panels, the random Q&A, like you said, didn't add much. A lot of that was also answered in the press conference which came out that morning, like news wise. Like it came like end of day one was the press conference, morning of day two that information was public, and then some of that was in the random Q&A as well. We learned that the dice is loaded. That Yoshi P was kicking repeatedly because 2 and 5 were the only number. The butt slider was he'll talk to the devs for the umpteenth time about it. Doesn't mean anything. The hair, he'll talk to the devs about it. Doesn't mean anything. Who knows? So, like, it was a lot of, okay, well, at least they said it, you know? And then, is there an O? Is there a thing that we've forgotten? Arcadian fight names during the Rising. Yeah, we found that out. That was a teaser. That the Arcadian fighters, it's not. We're gonna find out the real names as part of the Tales of series that they do on the Lodestone during the Rising this year. It's like we learned Hector, we learned Retsara, we learned that, but we'll learn the ones we don't know.
Okay,
that's it. That's the other thing. Yeah, but I think that's good. I think we've shoot the shit, and we've made up for not getting to hang out at FanFest enough. I think.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much alcohol as I'd like, but I'll take it.
I had coffee. I mean, that's a substance, at least. I'm out. So, that's as close as we're going to get. Well, we talked about the third raid difficulty briefly. We're good. All right. So, with that, I think we can finally sign off. And I can get some food and hydrate before a raid. It'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
So, yeah, thanks. So thank both of you. Thank you both of you for joining, for taking the time to just ramble on this nonsense, but it's not so nonsensical, but also kind of at the same time, because that's, the way we have fun. Okay.
What you talking about? Inviting us on the post FanFest episode? This is prime real estate here.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you. A pleasure.
Yeah, it's been good. So, well, I don't know how you guys want to do the order of signing off, so I'm gonna let you two.
But just talk at the same time again. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, reherse it and say it at the same time. Kyle should go first just to really throw it off. Yeah.
But I'm still gonna say Garrett and Kyle. I'm programmed like that too.
No, Kyle and Garrett. Thanks, Kyle and Garrett, for being here. I don't like that. I'm going back.
Yep.
No, see, it feels all wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm Garrett with 3 children. You can find everything that I do with childless Kyle on Grinding Gear, the Grinding Gear channel. Just search for Grinding Gear on YouTube. It's singular, not plural. Everyone adds an S. There's no S. There's no S in Grinding Gear. So yeah, just find us on YouTube. We stream way too much. We put out videos, and we're finishing Final Fantasy VI for the first time soon. Maybe next week. We're not sure. That game opens up at a certain point, and it's just kind of a mess in terms of knowing where to go next.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
No sense of how much game is left. But yeah, Grinding Gear on YouTube. Go find us. Thank y'all.
What he said. But you can also find us on Twitch at grinding_gear.
Oh God, not the underscore.
I know. We
underscore.
One day you'll get it. One day you'll get it.
I like that Kyle just gets the second. He's just like, yeah, what he said. Doesn't have anything that does. He's like, no,
nothing, nothing personal. Just
Is this why Garret goes first, so he has to do all the talking, and you can just be like,
I assert myself on Garrett's words more than enough in streams. He's heard plenty.
Also, Kyle is not active on social media at all.
No, I've got 3 kids, so I've got my own social media.
Yeah, I was wondering. When I was trying to reach you guys during the event, I'm like, I don't know which they're more likely to check, Discord or Twitter.
Discord. 100% Discord.
Yeah, after I sent the Twitter DMs, I was like,
Garret.
I should go to Discord probably, yeah.
I defaulted to Garret, honestly.
Yeah, I messaged Garret first. I was like, I don't want Kyle to think I didn't think of messaging Kyle. Because I know he doesn't really use social media. So let me try Kyle too. And I was like, oh, let me try Discord also. Yeah, Kyle's got those F8 hands already. I totally forgot about the F8 hands joke from last time.
The F8 hands, yeah.
Holy shit. Yep.
God, that's right. That was from this show.
That was from this show a year ago.
That has followed us nonstop. It is like still a thing in our community.
I don't think Evolved Combat's taking those away, man. I think I'm still going to need those.
Still got those F8 hands. God,
them F8 hands.
Yeah.
Well, for next FanFest.
From where are we reaching? From Control? Where are we reaching from?
But we have to get to the F8. You know, I think the basic level is just getting from 1 because you're spamming your main attack to 8.
Okay. Yeah.
But, you know,
I can technically make it, but this feels like hyperextension.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Unless I'm doing it with my thumb, and then I have thumb as the
I'm like Jim Carrey trying to do this. So
you would never heal the black mage. You just couldn't do
it. Buckle off, Sly. Come on. Anyway,
more of an Evil Dead 2 guy as far as possessed hands are concerned.
That's fair. All right, Sly, what you got going on, boss?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Sly, aka Gray Fox, Twitter, Sly, aka Gray Fox, Bluesky, the same thing, youtube.com/The Velvet Room, all that jazz. Tomorrow, actually, we have an event in game. We are doing the Gridanian Derby since it is the Kentucky Derby day. So we are doing that on, the party will be in Central Shroud. The race will be in East Shroud. Feel free to come by, bring your fancy suit, fancy dress with big hats, or your best Uma cosplay. And if you want to enter into the races, there is the Google form in that tweet. If you want to be a jockey for either the Chocobo race or the horse race or both. Because we still need racers to bet on. A lot of mint juleps to drink. So
you're so big on the mint juleps now, man. It's been like a few months.
It's the perfect time for it. It's the Kentucky Derby. It's the holiday for mint juleps. It's this weekend. I gotta go get some freaking mint simple syrup right after this. So for my mint julep. So yeah. That's it. Okay.
I'm gonna go make a mint julep. That's what's happening after this.
So normally you tell me it's my turn next. Just left me out to dry.
Oh. Okay, Happy. Where can everyone find you?
Here.
See, why even bother?
You see, whoever goes second, it's what you do. You know, it's just natural.
Well, the thing is like, if they're watching this, they're already here.
But we still want to be asked. You know,
do you not release this as an audio podcast?
Yeah, but if they know it there, they didn't find that before they found me. Here, somebody did. I'd love to challenge that. Find out for sure. Who's that guy?
Did they have an email? That
I have to assume. I have to assume those are the people that called me Kyle. They must only listen to the audio podcast.
Yeah. That's it. You're Kyle. I'm going to change the names next time.
With 3 kids.
Yeah, Kyle with 3 kids.
No, Garret has 3 kids. What are you talking about?
Well, no, well, yeah, that's true. See, it's just 2 layers. That's it. It's just 2 layers of I don't know what the hell's going on. Very good. Yeah, you can find Mrhappy1227. I'll be doing all sorts of stuff. YouTube, Twitch, the usual. You know, I make content, you know, so you should watch it, including this, which thankfully you've watched because you're here and hearing this message right now. So I don't know why I'm telling you that, but watch it again because I asked you to. And then, you know, the next one, which will be next week. It'll be about patch 7.5. I believe Jesse said he was good for that, but I'll double check with him. So I have Jesse on the show next week for the 7.5
he already
part
played.
1. Yeah. Well, I mean, like schedule wise, not story wise. I mean, schedule wise. I think he said it was good for that. Yeah. So we should have,
because we all had a pact that like Kyle, me, Preach, and Jesse. We had a pact. We had agreed before the FanFest podcast that none of us would play, and Jesse breached that pact.
As his mortal enemy, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, hey, when you get him on, ask him why he just loves cutting in front of his friends. Just ask him why he loves cutting in front of his friends in line.
Yeah, cutting in front of his friends in line, calling, claiming that we have kids that we don't have, knocking over our ice cream cones.
Yeah. The villainy. Oh my God, it's compounding.
Yeah. just ask him what's up, what's up with that.
I mean, he's the one who claimed I was his mortal enemy. So, he made this proclamation on stream.
He's got that beefomancy.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'll make sure he knows exactly why the entire time.
It's right there.
It's right there the whole time. Be perfect. All right, we're going to go into a short post show, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thanks again to our patrons for supporting the podcast. Again, we don't have anything that's paywalled behind that, but if you support, we do appreciate you. But with that, we'll see you next week for the patch 7.5 overview. We'll be going over everything that came out in the part 1 MSQ, as well as our thoughts on the various contents that came out with that. And we'll have an Ultimate show before Ultimate comes out as well, and then an Ultimate show after Ultimate comes out. We're going to be busy. We got a few things to talk about over the next few months. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you next week. And Garret, Kyle, thanks again for joining.
Bye all.
See you soon.